Appomattox cheerleaders getting us going here tonight, Dandy One. What do you think?
I think they did a great job. Hope you do as good a job as they did.
Absolutely. Well, I'm a cheerleader all the way. I'm not going to say that about you, but folks, we are glad you're here at Bragg Stadium, historic Appomattox, Virginia, for tonight's game between the Dan River Wildcats and the Appomattox Raiders. Jimmy the Lakes to Lakes and the Dandy One, Doug Marshall. But before we get to the game, ladies, dare I ask, who's going to win tonight? Welcome back to Appomattox County High School, everyone. Bragg Stadium is the location tonight for the Dandy One and the Lakester on the AliveTV Game of the Week on Shentel Cable. And tonight, it's the Dan River Wildcats coming in at 5-2 to play the Appomattox Raiders at 4-3. And Doug, this is a very important game for both of these teams.
Oh, both of these teams, as we know, over the next 2 or 3 weeks, which is about the rest of the season, each game has a bunch of power points, they call them. And tonight is really big. Appomattox right now rates a little higher than Dan River. Appomattox is currently sitting in the 8th spot in the Division 2A West, and if they maintain that spot or can move higher, they will host a home playoff game. Should they drop below that 8th spot, which is crucial, they hit the road.
And Doug, we've talked about that before, how important it is when you get to the playoffs to play at home. You got the home team crowd sleeping in your own bed. You don't have to travel to get there. And the other thing is, and dare I say it, sometimes the officiating on the road can be a little,
Well, we would hope that wouldn't be the case, but sometimes you can get homered, as they like to say. But having been on the road for a while, being at home is very nice.
Absolutely. So the Appomattox Raiders coming in again. They're 4-3. But first, let's talk about the Dan River Wildcats. 5-2, a lot of speed, a lot of size. These guys can play football, Doug. It's going to take a great effort by the Raiders tonight to knock the Wildcats off.
The Raiders are going to have to play a near-perfect football game. They're not going to be able to turn the football over, and they're going to have to contain the speed of the Dan River Wildcats. And Appomattox should be able to match up speed-wise. It's just that rugged ability up front that Dan River possesses. They are very physical up front, and the Raiders have had trouble with physical football teams.
And you've been hearing about the Alta Vista Colonels all year long and how good they are. And 14-0 was the final score when Alta Vista played Dan River. So it tells you that Dan River does have a quality football team.
Well, in that game, Dan River had a touchdown call back. So, I mean, it was a really close ball game compared to the score. So, yes, the Dan River can play football.
And then we've got the Appomattox Raiders coming in again at 4-3. Doug, they've won some good games this year. They've played some tough games this year,
yes.
and they've had a tough schedule, no question about it. And they're probably ready for this game. But I'm telling you, the defense is going to have to come through, and turnovers, Doug, as we call them, the bugaboos that have always gotten Appomattox in trouble. They've got to stay away from those tonight.
Definitely. They've got to, like I said earlier, Appomattox is going to have to play a flawless football game offensively tonight. They're going to have to move the football. I think if they can move the football on the ground, keep Dan River offense at bay, then they've got a chance to eat some clock up and probably win this football game. If they turn it over, give Dan River short field, it could be a long night for the Raiders.
Well, the last time we were here, Doug, we saw the Raiders play the William Campbell Generals, and the Raiders put 36 points on the board, and it was big plays that night.
Yes.
Fast, hitting, big plays that didn't take a lot of time off the clock. Of course, you want to score every chance you get, but I'm not sure they can do that against Dan River. If they give Dan River the ball for an extended amount of time, then Dan River's going to put it in the end zone.
Well, like we said, that physical front line that Dan River possesses is going to manhandle the Raiders' front line. And Appomattox is also inexperienced at a lot of those positions as they playing some freshmen and sophomores in a game where 11th and 12th graders are the norm. So it's going to be a big game for the Raiders. Can they meet the task? I think they can.
All right, we're going to come back and try to get the coaches on our Cedar Line Automotive pregame show. And Doug, Cedar Line, they got great cars up there. When you drive by, they're all shiny, they look nice. Great service department, and we thank Cedar Line for sponsoring the pregame show. And we'll be back, see if we can talk to the coaches right after this. Hello, everyone. Jimmy the Lakester again. And Cedar Line Automotive in Appomattox is here to serve you. Whether it's a like-new pre-owned vehicle or their service department with their great certified technicians, Cedar Line does the job right. And don't forget, Cedar Line has guaranteed credit. Cedar Line, located on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farmville. You owe it to yourself to try Cedar Line.
Visit us online
I got Coach Doug Smith of the APPOMATTOX Raiders. Coach, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. Doing
Hey,
good.
and it's always a pleasure to come down to APPOMATTOX, do the game. Of course, talk to you. And you guys, 2-game winning streak, 4-3 on the season. Big game tonight against Dan River.
Absolutely. They know how important this game is. Dan River, we know, is a very quality football team, athletic, can run. They run well to the football. Our kids know they have to play their top game tonight to come out and win.
And if you win tonight, you go pick up some very valuable points, and you're in that 8th spot right now. And as Doug and I were talking earlier, you want to be 8 or less so you get that home field advantage.
Yeah. Something that we had been talking about is, being able to play at home, letting our home crowd not travel, and that's important. These kids want that. They've come together, for that goal. But they know this is going to be a tough one. So they got to have, even more than that to win it.
Now, this guy right here is calm, cool, and collective right now, but I'm telling you, when he gets down on that football field and they get to play in this game, he really gets into it. Coach, thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate you, Jimmy. Douglas, appreciate you.
I've got Coach for Dan River, Farrell Edmonds. Coach, how you doing tonight?
Everything going great.
Wildcats coming in 5-2, went over to Alta Vista. All we've heard all year long is the Alta Vista Colonels. You guys went over there, only lost 14-0, had a touchdown call back against you. You were right in that game. You guys are playing quality football this year. You're coming in here to APPOMATTOX to play a pretty good APPOMATTOX team. What have you got to do to beat them?
Well, you know what? It all started up front. I mean, our team is based upon the linemen and the skill guys. So, it started up front for us. If the guys establish the line of scrimmage early, it's going to be a good game for us. All about the linemen.
A lot of speed on both sides of the ball tonight. It's going to be tough for the Raiders to contain your speed. Do you think you can contain the speed of the Raiders?
Hopefully, straight on film, a good team, well-coached team. So, player got to make plays.
That's kind of the same thing he said about you guys as well. But, when these two teams get together, it's usually a pretty good game.
Oh, yeah. It's, great atmosphere up here. APPOMATTOX is a great atmosphere, good organization, good coaches, and good players. So, kids have fun. All about the kids. High school football, all about the kids getting up for the game. And usually APPOMATTOX and games like that, we definitely try to get up for that.
Well, Coach, you're doing a great job of Dan River. Congratulations on the season so far and continued success as it goes along.
Thanks a lot.
Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakes to Lakes here. And are you tired of paying too much for a new vehicle? Well, if so, Cedarline Automotive and APPOMATTOX is your next stop. Cedarline has a large selection of vehicles to choose from. Great, pre-owned, like new vehicles that can fit your budget. And it doesn't get any better than saving thousands of dollars on that vehicle rather than buying a brand new one. So stop by Cedarline Automotive to get the royal treatment. You will not be disappointed. And don't forget about Cedarline and the certified mechanics to make sure that your ride or your current ride is in tip-top shape. Cedarline Automotive on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farmville.
Visit us online.
All right, welcome back to APPOMATTOX, everyone. We've talked to the coaches, Dandy, and both of them are fired up. The teams are fired up. They know how important this game is.
Yes, it really is.
And also something as important as this is the Cedarline Automotive pregame show.
Yes, it is. You almost forgot, didn't you?
No, I did not. Cedarline right there in APPOMATTOX. How can you forget that great service department they have and all those luxury vehicles that they have on a lot? Cedarline will do you right. You owe it to yourself to go by Cedarline. Now that we've gotten the commercial out of the way, let's talk a little bit more about football tonight, Doug. Big game, Wildcats against the Raiders right here at APPOMATTOX. We talked about it earlier. And on the radio this morning, we picked who were going to win these games.
Exactly right. And you've taken a little grief for this pick.
I have. You took
the APPOMATTOX
Raiders, and I took
the Dan River Wildcats.
Dan River Wildcats. And what did I?
Because you like to be different.
And what did I say? And what did I say when I took the Wildcats?
You said, I'm going with my heart is with the Raiders, and my head tells me to take the Wildcats.
And what else did I say?
Plus, I want to be different than you.
And what else did I say? And what else did I say?
I don't remember.
I said,
You're going to tell me, though, I'm sure.
Yep. I said, I hope that my pick is wrong, is what I said. Because, of course, we're all from APPOMATTOX, so we want everybody to know that. But this should be a real good game tonight, Doug, with the Wildcats and the Raiders.
Outstanding football game tonight coming up between these two teams. On paper, Wildcats may be a little bit stronger, but you don't play the game on paper, you play it on the field, and the Raiders have a big heart. They're going to go after it. They're right here in front of the home fans. It's pink out night here at the stadium, so I'm telling you what, the Raiders are going to be ready to rock and roll.
Yep,
tonight.
and I think Dan River will be too, and I'm looking for this to be an outstanding game, no question about that. All right, we're going to break away because we're just moments away from the national anthem and the kickoff of our live TV game of the week on Shentel cable between the Dan River Wildcats and the APPOMATTOX Raiders from Bragg Stadium in historic Appomattox with the Lake Star, with the Dandy One, with the AliveTV crew, and with you when we come back.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakes here, and are you tired of paying too much for a new vehicle? Well, if so, Cedarline Automotive in Appomattox is your next stop. Cedarline has a large selection of vehicles to choose from. Great, pre-owned, like-new vehicles that can fit your budget. And it doesn't get any better than saving thousands of dollars on that vehicle rather than buying a brand new one. So stop by Cedarline Automotive to get the rural treatment. You will not be disappointed. And don't forget about Cedarline and the certified mechanics to make sure that your ride or your current ride is in tip-top shape. Cedarline Automotive on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farm.
Visit us online.
Oh, that noise can only mean one thing, and that means the Lake Star and the Dandy One are in your house with the AliveTV Game of the Week on Shentel Cable. And tonight, it's a good one. The Dan River Wildcats come in and invade Bragg Stadium to take on the Raiders of Appomattox. Again, Jimmy the Lakes along with the Dandy One, Doug Marshall. And Dandy, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good tonight. I think we're looking for a really, really good football game. Carter Jamison to tee it up. Backdate number 4, Malcolm Ware, number 7, Q Stevens to return it for the Wildcats.
And Doug, both of these teams are fired up and ready to go. We heard the coaches, we heard the players. They're ready to go tonight.
High end over end kick is going to come down inside the 20, about to 15. It's going to be fielded by number 1, Justin Tate. Tate's going to break it to the outside. Excuse me, that's number 5. That's Jaquan Durant. And he's going to take it back into Raider territory up around the 50-yard line. A lot of speed that time, and that's what Dan River's noted for. They are very, very speedy.
A lot of speed, and they've got some size out there as well, Doug. I tell you, and they got one guy on that team, number 2, who is Tremaine Edmonds. He's already committed to the Virginia Tech Hokies for next year, and you know.
And I tell you what, that young man, he's 6'4", 220, 12th grader. He could play basketball as easy as he can play football.
Oh, yeah, he's a good basketball player.
He was on the Dan River State Championship basketball team last year and played a tremendous game in the finals.
So Dan River starts at about the 49-yard line. Great field position for the Wildcats.
And we're going to have
a flag already.
Number 14, the quarterback is Jovian Reynolds.
And let's see what the call is going to be. It's going to be on Dan River. We hadn't seen the call yet.
And it looks like to me it's going to be illegal procedure.
Must have been.
Got it. When they go on offense, either false start, illegal procedure, man in motion, something along that line. So the Wildcats make it a little tough on themselves. 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10 to get the initial series off and running. I formation set. And the first.
Right? Go throw it, Doug.
No,
they handed it off.
Number 2.
Oh, good fake, though.
Edmonds right up the middle that time. Found very little yardage, couple yards. Make it second down, about 13 yards to go.
And that was a good fake that time by Dan River.
And Q Stevens' helmet came popping loose, so he's got to go to the sideline, so they're going to run another play in for him. Number 14, as I said, the quarterback, Jovian Reynolds.
Hey, Doug, you see a lot of pink out there because it's pink out here at Appomattox, and of course you got Dan River pink too because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
You are so correct, my friend. The pitch out once again. This is Edmonds. Edmonds will turn it up the field, finds some running room, turns it up, and is going to be taken down as he crosses the Raider 40 down to about the 36, 37-yard line. Nice run, 1st and 10, just a straight pitch that time.
And the thing is, Doug, Edmonds, with that 6'4" frame and 220 pounds, when he's running, he's getting a whole lot of yardage with every step.
And he just looks real smooth doing it. I expect Tech probably wishes with that running back situation he was running this year.
Well, and I think if he goes up there, he may not even be a running back. He may be a tight end.
He could be a tight end. They could actually.
Because they're going to put at least 20 pounds on him.
Tell you what, 6'4", he could almost go after wide receiver.
True.
This time Edmonds right up the middle. This is a gentleman that the Raiders are going to have to control tonight. If they can control him, they've got a shot at winning this football game, but they're going to have to control him.
He'll get the bulk of the carries. And number 4, Drhs Davis in on the tackle for the Raiders.
Second down and about 5 yards to go. Ball spotted at the Raider 32-yard line.
And 10:30 and counting our first period of play. Dan River taking some time off of this clock. They got a great return. Doug got it all the way up to the 49-yard line.
Field position means a lot in games like this tonight. And where people will start, and right now, Mark, the 49, rolling out to the right is Jovian. And he's going to be sent back to the left side, running for his life down.
And he'll just run out of bounds.
And he's going to be ushered out of bounds right there. Number 20, Buster Henderson, come to bounds. About a 2-yard loss on that play.
And Doug, the Raiders almost had him in the backfield, but Jovian that time, quick feet.
Oh, yeah. When we've talked about it, Dan River is quick, and they've got a kind of bruising front line. So, this young Raider front line is going to have to match the task tonight.
Big play here for the Raiders, 3rd and 6, and you're probably looking at 2-down territory to get that first down, Doug.
Well, my guess, they're probably not going to punt it in this area because it's not going to net very much unless they just want to try to seal the Raiders deep in territory. 3rd down. The pitch over to the right side, number 7, Q Stevens. Stevens breaks a couple tackles to the outside, spin move down inside the 20-yard line, 25-yard line, down to about the 22. It'll be a first down for Dan River.
At the first down, some good yardage on that. Picked up about, about 10 yards probably on the play, Doug. So now it's 1st and 10.
And Q Stevens, 12th grader, 6'1", 170 pounds. So they've got a couple big running backs running out of that tailback position in Stevens as well as Edmonds.
Doug, I just saw on the scoreboard. Congratulations, golfers and Coach Doug Marshall on that conference championship and state championship this year.
Yeah, I know that guy. Ball handed off on the end run, coming to the right side, left side, turns it back up the middle down to about the 20, got about all they could. I believe that was Justin Tate, number 1 with the carry.
And Doug, you know something? You got that state ring on your finger. You're probably getting ready to get another one.
Well, yes.
To go on your finger.
The one I have came when Jake Perkins won
but
about
the
3 years ago.
There's a lot of coaches walking around Appomattox saying, boy, that looks good. I'd like to have one on my finger.
Well, I mean, a lot of the teams I've had in the past have, laid the groundwork for what this team did this year, but don't take this team away. They did a nice job in everything that they've played in this year. Obviously, to win the state title, it meant something.
All right, at the 9-minute mark.
And that ball is going to come across the 15 down to about the 14. Look like number 7, Q Stevens, once again on the carry.
And just a real methodical drive right now. Doug just kind of running right up the middle on the Raiders.
Well, this is that, and this is the type of problem. This is the same the Raiders early in the year.
They did.
When we watched it, Buckingham physical up front, found some holes in the Raiders front line and just took it to the Raiders that night.
Well, the Raiders, a lot of speed, but they don't have the kind of size that you really need.
No, and like I said, a lot of these guys are
They're
young for the Raiders.
Very young.
And over the years, they're going to build a nice, that time, up the middle, and very little yardage, if any, at all that time for Stevens.
Trying to pick up who made that tackle, Doug. It's 67. He's going to turn his back right now. Actually, number 67 for the Appomattox Raiders.
Mathen Drew.
Mathen Drew with a nice stop that time.
So 4th down and 4.
And a big for these teams early in this game, coming up on the 8-minute mark.
Well, Dan River's either going to make the first down or going to turn the ball over deep, and the Raiders will have it deep in their own territory.
Don't want to jump off sides if you're the Raiders right here. Edmonds is back in the game. You think he's probably going to get it, and he does.
There it is, right up your right side.
And he's got the first down, and he's got a touchdown.
And he takes it into the end zone. 14-yard run for Reynolds. Touchdown. Dan River draws first blood at Appomattox.
Yep, Edmonds with the touchdown, number 2.
And very methodical drive, a 51-yard drive to open up the ball game tonight. Dan River, once again, short field.
And the thing of it is, Doug, it's hard to mistake Edmonds out there. Not only is he a great runner, but he's taller than everybody else on the field.
Well, he found a nice hole over the right side of his line, and he hit that hole pretty quick and gone.
Good blocking by the Wildcats right there. So all-important extra point right here.
Number 30, Andrew Lewis to tee it up.
High snap.
And the extra point
nice kick.
Looks very nice, looks good.
It is up.
No good.
It is no good.
No
So
good.
The Dan River Wildcats lead with 7 minutes and 48 seconds left in our first period of play. So when we come back on your live TV game of the week on
Shentel Cable
with
the Lakester
and
the Dandy One.
Is learning, folks.
It took a while.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip. November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia.
All right, folks, the music means we are back at Bragg Stadium as the Dan River Wildcats lead the Raiders 6-0. And Doug, you know, it's early in the game, but I think the Raiders need to show something. Even if they don't score, they've got to move the ball,
I think they've got to move the ball, first of all, so the defense can make those adjustments. The coaches have to take those guys on the sideline, work with them a little bit, tell them how we got to shut these holes down that these guys are running through. Meanwhile, the Raiders also, if they could put points on the board with the kicker, the extra point miss might be a big extra point tonight.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, the little things like that make a big difference.
Back deep, Devon Graves, number 14. Looks like number 1, Javon Scruggs. Number 20, Buster Henderson. I believe that's who's deep. I can't quite pick all the numbers up, but that's what it looks like from here. One of the quick backs, Philip Fleshman, is on the injured reserve list. He won't be back for a couple weeks.
And that hurts the Raiders as well.
Yeah, Philip is a quick dude, can throw the football.
Here's a kick, and it's a good one.
Kickoff from Lewis is going to be settled in on by number 6. That's Trey Walker. Walker's going to come up the field. He's going to be hitting and taken down at about the 32-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10.
Pretty good return.
For the Raiders.
Pretty good return by Walker that time.
Well, they went north and south, didn't go east and west.
All right, so the Raiders taking over 1st and 10, Doug, and do you think they're going to put it on the ground or are they going to pass it?
I think you're going to see them do a little bit of both. The Raiders like to run the football, but their big weapon right now seems to be Buster Henderson catching the football.
Yeah,
Buster is a big weapon. And remember, a few weeks ago, they opened up the game, had a long pass to open the game up with.
You know something? I'm sure Dan River knows that, too.
And I tell you, Dan River's got him one-on-one over there.
They got 4 wideouts, but Edwards is going to keep it.
Edwards going to come up the middle. Is going to pick up about 3 yards as he gets to the 35. Be taken down.
Not a bad run, but was hit hard that time. Big hit, big lick by number 54, who is Deshaun Robinson for the Dan River Wildcats. And Coach Edmonds over there, Doug, for Dan River. He played in the NFL.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, when you got a coach that played in the NFL, the players are going to want to play for you, and you can learn some stuff from that guy.
Well, other coaches in the area can learn from that guy.
Absolutely.
Because he's been there. He's played a lot of football to get to that NFL.
2nd and 7, Edwards keeps it up
Edwards
the middle.
right up the middle. He's got some running room.
Got to hang on to the ball. Got to wrap it up right here. Wrap it up. Dan River trying to take it and almost fumbled it.
Yeah, but he got down to the 20-yard line. A nice run that time by Edwards right up the middle. And, of course, that once again, these two teams, this could be the type of thing we see tonight up and down the field because one team is not going to get it done by the other.
Right.
And turnovers is going to be the key.
Yeah, you talk about Edmonds. Hey, Dion Edwards, 6'2", 205. He's a pretty good-sized kid, too.
Well, he really is. So the Raiders with a 1st and 10, 6:44 to go. Dan River drew first blood tonight, went 51 yards on the opening possession. 6-0 lead, extra point was no good. The Raiders now trying to answer back. Got the ball at the Dan River 20-yard line.
And that was a big run right there by Edwards, and he's keeping it again, but he'll slip and go down, lose some yardage.
Yeah, he lost some yardage, and he had a nice hole right up the middle.
He'll lose about, going to lose at least 3 yards, Doug.
Well, yeah, it's going to be 2nd down and 13 yards to go. 6:19 to go, first period of play.
And so far it's been all Dion Edwards for the Raiders. And do you think that Dan River was looking for that? I don't think so.
I really don't think so. Edwards got a little banged up when he played Alta Vista. He twisted an ankle, but he came out of it okay. The starting quarterback of the year was Matt Page, and Matt has still got a slight shoulder injury, so he's unable to go tonight. Edwards looking.
Nowhere to go with it, Doug.
And he just hung on to it a little bit too long. When you're in a case like that, you either got to just find a spot and get rid of it.
Well, what you do, Doug, is you throw it far enough where only your receiver can get it.
Well, you throw it out the back of the end zone. So the Raiders now, having gotten to the 20, have backed up 5 yards, 3rd down and 15 now for
15.
first down.
It's 3rd and 15, possibly 3rd and 16 right here, Doug. And Raiders trying to get the play in. And it looks like Edwards is going to come out and Page is going to come in at the quarterback position.
Well, Matt Page trying to make a go of it. And I think, you got to watch this when you break the huddle. You got all these substitution rules now.
That's right. Well, Page, you take it from the center. He's going to throw it, and I'm not sure exactly what was going on with that.
And somebody had a misread. That was supposed to be an out, and the guy turned it into an up. That was Henderson he was trying to throw it to. So 4th down and 15. My guess, the Raiders are going to go for it because if nothing else, you're going to give the ball back to Dan River at their 25-yard line.
Yeah, maybe if you punted it here, you'll be punting it from about the 36 or 37-yard line and maybe get it down inside the 10. I don't know. But 4th and 15.
4th and 15.
With 5 minutes left in our first period of play.
Matt Page, the quarterback, dropping back.
Got to know where to go with it.
And he tries to throw it to the right side to number 14. And the pass intended for Devon Graves not there. Number 8 over the middle was open, Marquise Morgan, but didn't give him a look. So the Raiders turn the ball over on downs with 5 minutes to go here in the first period of play.
And I think what you have to do, if you're the quarterback for the Raiders, they're taking like a two-step drop. You've got to drop back farther than that, Doug. You've got to go 5 or 6 steps back because Dan River's coming at you right off the line. You got to give yourself a little opportunity to throw the ball.
First of all, they know that you're going to throw the football. Yeah. So you just pin the ears back and come get them. So Dan River takes over, quarterback back, Jovian Reynolds. And the ball's handed off to the second back through.
Is that Stevens?
Looks like it's Q Stevens.
Coming off the bottom of the pile, number 78 for the Raiders, who is DeAndre Robinson.
DeAndre Robinson making the stop for the Raiders.
Pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7.
And DeAndre's a pretty good sized fellow, Doug. 6'4", 350 pounds, and only a sophomore.
Well, DeAndre is a little new at this game, but he's coming along. He made some good strides over the week.
Well, he's taking up some room out there, I can tell you that.
Nice run that time. Stevens finds some running room over the right side.
A good tackle over there by the Raiders, trying to pick up what that number is.
And it's something about the left side of the Raider defense or the right side of that Dan River offensive line. They're firing off, and that's where they're making their yardage is on the right side of that offensive line.
Yeah, look like
so the Raiders are going to have to find a way to shut that down. 1st down and 10, ball at the 38-yard line.
Delonte Kelso, number 26, with the tackle. And it's been a pretty fast-moving first quarter, Doug.
Well, it's been all running pretty much. The Raiders made a nice move to get down inside of the territory, but unfortunately, they couldn't put it in the end zone. Dan River still with a 6-0 lead. Their opening possession took it 51 yards. This time, Reynolds drops back, looks over the middle.
Tipped by somebody
the
up
ball
front.
was tipped.
It might have been number 67 with the tip. It was Nathan Drew.
Well, I see him doing a whole lot of handshaking to number 78 out there. That's a big man, Mr. Robertson. So he might have got the
He may have, well, you know, he's 6'4".
Might have got the mitts on it.
6'4" and got one of those big paws on it. Knock that thing down.
So second down and 10.
That's what I say in the NFL. You ever hear when they say he got that big paw on it?
Yeah. Most of the time they get the big paws on the quarterback.
That too, yeah.
Pitch back this time to Stevens. Makes a nice run, cuts it back up the middle. He's going to be thrown down, but he's going to be thrown forward, which is going to pick him up for about 8 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and about 2 to go for a first down.
Calvin Adams, number 52 at the tackle. First time we called his name tonight, but when they played William Campbell, Adams' name came up quite a bit, Doug.
Calvin's come a long way in his game, and he stepped it up quite a bit. So third down and about 2. It would be an interesting call to see if Dan River doesn't make it, as what they would do on the next play.
Well, Edmonds is in there, I believe. He's the first man up, isn't he, Doug?
And he's going to get the football, and he's going to
get the first down.
And he's going to plow through. There was an initial hit at the line of scrimmage, but he just pushed on through it. So first down and 10, ball spotted, I believe, just on the Dan River side of the 50.
Well, you know, the yards aren't easy for the Wildcats, but they are chunking them up.
They are breaking at least one big run per set of downs.
Yeah.
And that gives them a short third down and short. The Raiders have got to find a way to stop the big chunks of play, big chunks of yardage. Ball
Stevens
once again, Stevens running right side. This time a pickup of a couple as he is caught, but he'll fall forward into Raider territory at about the 48.
Nice tackle again by Delonte Kelso, number 26. In on a lot of tackles tonight.
So second down and about 2nd and 8 to go for the Dan River Wildcats.
So, Doug, when are they recognizing the golf team for their accomplishment?
Oh, it'll be coming up in the near future. School board actually did it last night, and we got us all together, and we got a lot of little things going along. We'll have a big banquet one night. So,
food?
Yeah.
Food? You didn't tell them that the Lakester gave your team a pep talk or anything?
No.
Okay, so I won't get a meal out of it, is what you're saying.
Not likely. But, you kind of like one of the assistant principals here at the school, He was talking about food last night, too. He was looking for an invite.
Well, I mean, you got to get the celebrities there.
Well, I sat there and told him, I said, well, if you give me this, I could probably work something out.
Yeah.
And we still negotiating.
Typical Dandy one, always wanting something for himself.
Third down and 5 to go for the Wildcats as they picked the ball. It was a nice move that time up to about the 46-yard line.
And folks wonder why I talk about you the way I do.
Hey, wait a minute. I learned it from you.
Oh, wait a minute.
I learned it from you.
Oh, no. Here we go. 3rd and 5. Big play for the Raiders.
Ball handed off up the middle.
Stevens will be short, Doug.
He's going to be short by a couple yards now. Will they go for it or will they punt it away?
Well, I'm going to say.
I think they're going for it.
I'm going to say they go for it, too. And I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to Edmonds up the middle again.
4th down and 2. Looks like they're leaving. And if I'm willing to bet, they're going to give the ball to Mr. Edmonds.
And maybe that's what they're thinking, and they'll give it to somebody else. But I'm thinking in that up position, 6'4", 220. Actually, he's not going to be in the up position. Look for the ball to go to the left side, Doug. Let's see what happens.
They've been running the ball to the right side all night.
I mean the right side, the right side.
There's
Evans again.
Going to the right side.
Doug, they may have him here.
And
they
I don't think
him.
he's going to get it. No, he's not. Where they'll spot the football, it's not. It's going to be a big defensive move for the Raiders, and the Raiders came up big that time.
And Doug, if I'm the defensive coordinator, that's exactly what I would have said. Stack the right side, and you didn't I say they were going right with it?
You said you're going left.
Well,
and then I said right.
But I was talking about anyway.
I know what you said.
I meant right.
Yeah.
You know what I meant because they've been going right all night long.
Yeah, sure.
But if they'd have went left, they probably would have made it.
Maybe so. But the Raiders take over. 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Dan River still maintains a 6-0 lead, but the Raiders have the ball at their own 42 in good field position to start this drive. Ball handed off, coming around the right side. That is number 15 running for the Appomattox Raiders.
TJ Smith with the carry. Go pick up about 3 or 4 yards.
Might be their last play that you see for this quarter.
Well, if I'm Coach Smith, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call my guys over, give them a little bit of a rest, get ready to play the second quarter, only being down 6-0 there. They got a play coming in, but why rush it?
Second down, about 6 to go for a first down.
And they're not gonna
rush it. The Raiders are gonna take it and
snap it. So at the end of the first quarter, it's the Dan River Wildcats 6 and the Appomattox Raiders nothing. But the Raiders trying to get something going at the 41-yard line. We'll see if they can do it when we come back on the Alive TV Game of the Week on Shentel Cable right after this.
Welcome to RE/MAX Realty in Appomattox, Virginia. The time has never been better to purchase a home.
Good morning, RE/MAX Realty Connection. May I help you?
RE/MAX has a trained professional staff that can help you make your dream of owning a home come true. Look at this week's Home of the Week.
Concord Automotive Service Center is open and wants to help you with your general automotive needs. Since opening in June, we have made many new friends with our automotive service and help. We are located on Highway 460 West in Concord, Virginia, specializing in oil changes, tire rotation, air conditioning service, tire sales, and just about any general automotive need you may have. So please stop by and join the rest of our many friends who have learned that Concord Automotive Service Center is the place to stop for your automotive needs. Call us at area code 434-993-2777. That's 993-2777.
State Farm Insurance has been serving Appomattox and surrounding area for 42 years. Their expert service and advice is what their customers have come to depend upon. Located in the heart of Appomattox, owner Jim Ford knows that trust is something that doesn't come lightly. So for all of your home, auto, life insurance, and financial needs, see State Farm Insurance in Appomattox. Bring your current coverage and let State Farm see if they can beat your current rates. Call today.
I'm a real Shentel customer.
This is a real house.
This is a real nice town.
This is a real good video.
This is my real big wrench.
This is my real Shentel internet.
It's really fast.
Real Shentel remote.
Real Shentel phone. My real Shentel bill.
It's real economical.
I'm really doing my homework. This is my real Shentel guy.
She's my real Shentel customer.
He's real nice.
Real value for real life from the one provider that calls this place home.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Frank Stadium here at Appomattox County High School in Appomattox, Virginia, and it's all tied up 6-6 on the Live TV Game of the Week on Shentel Cable. And Doug, you know, we do need to say one more time about that wrestling event. It is for the Booster Club.
Yes, it is for the Booster Club, and of course, they do a whole lot of things, of course, you know, not only with football, but all the
sports.
All that, and they've got another special event the very next week. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, and come out and support the Booster Club, folks, because it's all going for your athletic programs here in Appomattox.
Carter Jameson to tee it up. Number 4 and 7 back deep, and this ball is going to be heading out of bounds, and that's going to bring the ball up to a good field position for Dan River. I think it's either the 35 or the 40.
Yeah, and you know, I know what he's trying to do, trying to kick it away from the return specialist for Dan River, because they got a big return on that first kickoff.
So they're going to bring up to the 35-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dan River Wildcats. So back in, Dan River going back to work. 6-6 ball game, 11:36 to go here in the second period of play.
Play start on Dan River's 35-yard line.
Edmonds at quarterback now, Doug. And he's going to keep it. It's a straight run.
And they're probably running that Wildcat.
He got some good yardage on that.
Edmonds is hit at about the 40, but he dragged the guy to about the 43 or 44.
Well, the key with Edmonds is, Doug, is get his speed going. And that's why on that first down, when they tried on that fourth down play, they were going to the right to try to get him more speed before he got to the line of scrimmage.
So pickup of 9, second down and 1. When you got a second down and 1, you can do about anything you want to, so look for about anything. Edmonds once again back into the quarterback. Looks like the kind of that Wildcat snap type of thing.
And Dan River 4 wideouts, which spreads the defense out.
And this time Edmonds is going to be hit, and he turns it up the field, and he goes down inside the Raider 40-yard line about the 38.
And he was stopped at the original line of scrimmage, but just that sheer power that he's got pushed him up there, and it's a nice first down and big yardage for the Dan River Wildcats.
So now Edmonds goes to the sideline for a quick break, and so Dan River will come back in Appomattox territory at the 48-yard line. Second back through, number 7, that is Q Stevens. Stevens is going to get down to about the 35-yard line before he's stacked up by a host of Raiders.
You know, this has been a pretty good game so far.
It has been. We figured that Dan River would come out running the football with their physical front line and Tremaine Edmonds, and then Appomattox would come out. They would try to run, but basically they were going to be looking to pass the ball to Buster Henderson.
That's right. That's what happened.
And so far the weapons have been down. Both Edmonds and Henderson both have a touchdown.
Everything that was advertised is happening.
So it's billed as it is. Second down and about 7 now. The ball handed off.
That's Stevens.
And he's going to lose a yard or two back that time. They had a little exchange problem in the backfield.
And number 4, Drhs Davis, and number 26, who is Delonte Kelso, both in on the tackle for the Raiders. Well, a whole host of Raiders in on that time.
That's a loss of a couple, so it brings up third down and 9.
So again, another big play for the Raider defense to see if they can hold Dan River. Well, under 10 minutes to play in the first half, a game that's going by rapidly.
Oh, it's going by pretty quick. Yes, it is. Dropping back to pass is Reynolds.
Plenty of time. Little swing pass wide open.
Pass wide open that time is Stevens. Steven breaks a couple tackle, comes up the field. And we're
going to have a clip, Doug.
We're going to have a clip from the back right there, so that's not going to be a touchdown.
A block in the back, a clip, whatever you want to call it. It happened right there. I think it might have been number 53 for Dan River.
And the sad part about it is I don't think the young man needs to throw the block to spring him because I think he had a touchdown.
No, he didn't. Cody Phelps is the man, I believe, that threw it.
Going to be a block in the back. It's going to be Dan River.
It's 10 yards from the spot of the infraction, but I think they still had the first down, right? Because they got the first down.
No, I think it's going to bring up third down. It's going to be about 2, I think, when it's all said and done. Well,
yeah, I think you're right, Doug.
I say 2. It's going to be about 3 yards, but it's going to be third down and about.
Well, that's about 5.
About 4 yards.
Well, the announcer said 5.
You can't believe what that announcer says sometimes.
we know and know it.
He can't add, subtract, divide that quick.
All right, Edmonds back into the game, number 2.
Well, you got to figure he's going to probably figure in on the carry. The pitch out is Edmonds going left side, and he's going to put his head down, going to cross down to about the 27-yard line. It'll be first and 10. Looks like a first and 10 for Dan River.
And Doug, the only way to stop that is if you happen to guess right at what hole you're going to hit.
Well, that's true.
Because by the time he gets the pitch out and with the speed that he has.
Well, I think that you're going to have to see the Raiders probably stack the line to stop the run and make them beat them with the pass. To me, you're going to have to show that you can throw the football against Appomattox. I think he's played a little man-to-man coverage outside and stacked the box on them.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ball handed off. This is Edmonds once again up over the middle, and he's going to fall down. He's going to probably get about 5 yards on that play.
And again, you got to remember this is a very, very young Raider team.
So it's going to pick up. Well, they're going to give him 4, so we call it second down, about 6.
Only 9 seniors on this team for Appomattox, guys.
Ball spotted around the 23-yard line of Appomattox. Dan River moving. We got a tie score, 8 minutes to go here in the second period of play. 6-6. Both kickers have missed extra points. Could be valuable before this night is over.
It could be.
The pitch back this time. It's Edmonds once again. And this time he's going to be thrown down as he gets to the 20-yard line. So it's going to bring up third down, and we'll call it about 2.5.
Yeah, Dakota Jordan, number 18, Doug, got him down around the legs, and that 6'4" frame couldn't go anywhere after he grabbed him.
Well, third down and 4, excuse me. No, 3. They keep moving the yardage mark on me.
Well, that's because the official keeps moving.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the official needs to become official then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Handoff. This is Edmonds once again. Find some running room up the middle of the line. We'll get it inside the 15. It'll be first down and 10 for Dan River. Now, speaking of officials tonight, head referee is Harold Drumella. The umpire is Mike Wilkins. Head lineman Jim Douglas. Line judge is Jeff Barrow. Alan Marshall is the back judge. And the side judge is Keith Whitten. Thought I'd throw that in there for you.
All right. Thank you for that information.
You need to be an informed individual.
No doubt about it. I have just been officially informed.
That's right. About the officials.
Whoa, got a little movement in the backfield now.
And the play is actually dead when they threw the flag. Illegal motion. It's going against Dan River. So it'll be first down and 15.
Yeah, the fullback, I couldn't tell who it was, but the fullback, he got to moving forward a little bit and took a little shuffle step, and that's good on the dance floor, but not on the football field.
I'm not real sure that move would work on the dance floor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Dancing with the Stars, they'd love it. They'd love that. Do you watch that, Doug?
I do watch it occasionally. I keep wondering when they're going to ask you to be on that.
Well, I haven't seen it for a while, but if they ask me, I believe I'd go on.
I'm sure you would. First down and 15 now. Ball handed off to class number 7. That's Q Stevens, and Stevens is going to get taken down in the backfield. Number 52, that's Calvin Adams coming through.
Yeah, Doug, you talk about missing an assignment. Quantez Cherry, number 34, came in, 6'2", 205. I'm sorry, number 32, who was Joshua Thaxton, 6'2", 205. He was supposed to block the linebacker and completely missed him.
Dan River calls timeout as the ball is spotted at the 22-yard line, second down, and we're looking at probably about 18 yards for a first down.
And I bet you Coach Edmonds is saying something about that missed block on the sidelines right there. We're going to come back, folks, after these important messages. So come on back at 6-6. The Raiders and the Wildcats on the Live TV Game of the Week on
Shentel Cable.
And you heard it from the Lakester and the Dandy One.
Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakester again, and C-Line Automotive in Appomattox is here to serve you. Whether it's a like-new pre-owned vehicle or their service department with their great certified technicians, C-Line does the job right. And don't forget, C-Line has guaranteed credit. C-Line, located on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farmville. You owe it to yourself to try C-Line.
Visit us online.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
New shoes?
right, welcome back, everyone. It is second and a long way, 18 for the Dan River Wildcats. And Doug, what the Raiders need now is a nice stop. Maybe let them gain 2 or 3 yards at the most.
What the Raiders need to watch out for is that, and we got Dan Rivers going to fire off.
Moving again?
It's going to be movement, yes. Dan Rivers going to get illegal procedure, so it's going to back him up and down, take 23 yards. Ball's going back to the 27-yard line. They need to get down to the Raider 3-yard line for a first down. So the little pass play of over goal was a little screen pass. The Raiders have to be careful of that again.
The 4 wideouts, and they got Edmonds and a little pitch out.
Fumble on the ground, but
I believe Edmonds got it back.
I think Edmonds got it back. You're right, but it's another loss on the play.
Yeah, and that was a fumble too.
It's going to be third down and about. Well, the ball's going to be spotted at the 32-yard line. It's almost 30 yards.
And Edmonds really lucky to gather that ball on the ground, Doug.
He really is, because a lot of times it's hard. I tell you what, the ground has got a little dew on it.
Yeah.
And you're going to slip and slide just a little bit out there tonight.
3rd and 27 for Dan River. If you're the Raiders, again, I agree with you. You got to watch that little swing pass.
Got to watch your screen pass, and I think the man you got to watch for is Edmonds. However, he's got a right good size advantage right there. He could go streaking downfield, and you might have a hard time matching up against him.
Well, actually, he's in the quarterback position.
He's rolling out.
And he's looking to throw it, and he puts it up, and it is going to be
intercepted. I believe that's Buster Henderson with the interception.
No, it's number 18, Doug. Is that Dakota?
Number 18.
Dakota Jordan.
Dakota Jordan with the interception.
Not a very good throw by Edmonds that time, Doug.
No, that is actually number 10, Devin Dews with the interception.
Okay. And Doug, I tell you, not a very good throw by Edmonds, and I don't think Tech is going to have him passing much.
Well, not unless it's a halfback option pass and you go hit the tight end for about 5 yards downfield.
Well, he's also throwing from the quarterback position, so.
Yeah. So the Raiders right now with the turnover gets the ball back, 5:11 to go. It's the first time they've seen the ball here in the well, they had at the beginning of the opening of the second quarter, but they haven't seen it since then.
We got flags coming up,
and I think we got an illegal.
Too many emotions, what it was.
I think we got an illegal procedure here. I don't know whether that's going to be a.
Well, actually, it's an illegal shift, and if it's an illegal shift,
they will probably decline the penalty and make it second down and about 13.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
I can't see Dan River taking the penalty. And they are going to decline it because the Raiders lost 3 yards on the play. So second down and 13. The Raiders need to get to the 37-yard line. They're on 37 for a first down.
And you got 5 minutes left in our first half of play, Doug. All tied up 6-6. We said it's going to be a good game, and the first half has been.
Has been. They're kind of feeling each other out, see what's happening. The Raiders came up with a big turnover just a few moments ago.
This Edwards handed off.
Hands the ball right up off the middle. I really didn't see who the handoff was to. Looked like probably number 6 for the Raiders. That's Trey Walker.
And you know, Edwards had some couple big runs in the first quarter, Doug. They have not gone back to that since then.
And when you have a loss of yardage or a penalty on the start of the play, you always put yourself down and distance behind everything. So we've got a. I'm not sure what's going on here. The referees have blown things dead.
Well, the far officials look like somebody might be hurt on the far sideline, Doug.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Because the trainers are headed across the field. So somebody also says somebody's car horn's going off, but I don't think that's why the trainers went across the other side of the field.
The trainers went over there to check out, so that's what they went. It must have been hopefully it's not a real serious injury for them to have to stop play for the trainers to get to the other side of the field.
The official actually stopped the play.
So, well, they are there also the protection of the players.
Exactly.
So, and you got somebody hurt on the far side, you're going to go check them out.
All right, 3rd and 6 coming up for Dan River. For Appomattox.
This is a big down for Appomattox. They can keep it moving. Fake the handoff, the pitch out to Henderson.
There's nowhere to go, though.
And Henderson's going to get it up to about the 35-yard line, but he's going to be about 2-3 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, that's a good thought, Doug, but you're not going to get very far off that play right there.
Well, first of all, what player is Dan River going to be looking for now?
Well, you're going to be looking for Henderson.
So you've got to find another player that can catch a pass and do it.
You need another outlet. Now watch Dan River. They have a lot of speed, Doug.
Number 4 back deep is Malcolm Ware. Looks like number 8, Devin Stone.
And Doug, I'm telling you, Stevens has got an open. Well, good kick.
Nice
good
kick. Ball's going to hit.
And a nice roll for the Raiders.
Yeah, ball's going to end up inside the 30-yard line, down about the 27, 28-yard line. And you know that little sidestep one day, I think it's going to catch up with these teams that do that sooner or later.
I think you're right. All right, let's take a break, folks. 3:12 left in our first half of play. It's all tied up. 6-6 between the Raiders of Appomattox and the Wildcats of Dan Rubble.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip. November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia.
Welcome back, everyone, and the Dan River Wildcats taking over, Doug, at their own 27-yard line.
Ball's going to be handed off. Number 5 coming around, Jaquan Durant. Durant's going to come up across the 40-yard line to about the 44.
And Doug, I'm telling you that Durant has got some speed, buddy. When he turned the corner, he took off, and the Raiders were lucky to catch him. So a nice first down by the Wildcats.
Well, he planted that foot and went up through a hole that was big enough that you and I could have run through.
Oh, yeah. Together.
Yes.
Side by side. That's got to be a big hole.
That's got to be a big hole, yes. Under 3 minutes to go, first period of play. Both teams, I believe, have, the Raiders have 3 timeouts. Dan River has 2 left. And we got a flag on it. Usually that means offense when they stop the play like that.
When it's called that early, you're right, unless somebody lined up off sides.
False start.
Penalty hits Dan River. False start.
That's 5 yards.
Lakester coming up November the 8th. Dr. Ralph Stanley is on his farewell tour. He's going to be in Appomattox on November the 8th.
And you got the Clinch Mountain Boys with him.
Yeah, Ralph Stanley, Clinch Mountain Boys. Ralph Stanley II in Dixie Ridge. Little bluegrass show here at Appomattox at the high school auditorium.
And that's for the boosters too?
For the boosters also.
All right, sponsored by J. Jameson's son?
That's right.
Yeah, it is. I know it all.
And they also got a bluegrass concert series starts up in January. So we're going to keep an eye out for that this year.
Always some good concerts. Exactly right.
But,
and they run, what, through March, I think?
Yeah. Showtime is 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. There will be concessions available. And tickets are $25 in advance, $30 at the door. And get your tickets at lynchburgtickets.com or CarQuest Auto Parts, Buffalo Creek Guitar in Farmville, and Point Source Audio in Lynchburg.
All right, 1:55 left in the first half of play. The clock is running. It is 2nd and 11 for the Dan River Wildcats. And Edmonds out as a wide receiver, something we hadn't seen yet.
Well, he's a kind of big size
guy. But they gave it to Stevens.
They're going to give it to Stevens. He's found some running room. He's going to get down into Raider territory at about the 48, 49-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and short.
Clock still running. 1:30 left on the clock. Dan River with 2 timeouts left.
3rd down and looking at probably about 2.5 to 3 yards for a first down.
At the end of the bleachers, closest to the scoreboard.
Dan River, they come back up to the line.
Please assemble end of the bleachers, closest to the scoreboard.
Nice play by the Raiders. They will not get the first down on this play.
So will Dan River take a chance and gamble with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go?
Well, they're going to take a timeout right here to talk about it, I can tell you that. And while they talk about it, we'll talk about it, and you can grab a quick snack. With 1:04 left in our first half of play, it's still all tied up 6-6. We'll come back, see if Dan River goes for it on 4th down right after this.
Welcome to RE/MAX Realty in Appomattox, Virginia. The time has never been better to purchase a home.
Good morning, RE/MAX Realty Connection. May I help you?
RE/MAX has a trained professional staff that can help you make your dream of owning a home come true. Look at this week's Home of the Week.
Concord Automotive Service Center is open and wants to help you with your general automotive needs. Since opening in June, we have made many new friends with our automotive service and help. We are located on Highway 460 West in Concord, Virginia, specializing in oil changes, tire rotation, air conditioning service, tire sales, and just about any general automotive need you may have. So please stop by and join the rest of our many friends who have learned that Concord Automotive Service Center is the place to stop for your automotive needs. Call us at area code 434-993-2777. That's 993-2777.
State Farm Insurance has been serving Appomattox and surrounding area for 42 years. Their expert service and advice is what their customers have come to depend upon. Located in the heart of Appomattox, owner Jim Ford knows that trust is something that doesn't come lightly. So for all of your home, auto, life insurance, and financial needs, see State Farm Insurance in Appomattox. Bring your current coverage and let State Farm see if they can beat your current rates. Call today.
I'm a real Shentel customer.
This is a real house.
This is a real nice town.
This is a real good video.
This is my real big wrench.
This is my real Shentel internet.
It's really fast.
Real Shentel remote. Real Shentel phone. My real Shentel bill.
It's real economical.
I'm really doing my homework. This is my real Shentel guy.
She's my real Shentel customer.
He's real nice.
Real value for real life from the one provider that calls this place home.
All right, welcome back, everyone, and it's the Lakester solo right now as the dandy one, Doug Marshall, who is the coach of the high school golf team here at Appomattox County High School, going down to get ready to be recognized on the field for the conference championship and the state championship for 2014 in their conference. So congratulations to those guys. Dan River comes back up to the line. 4th and 1. And he's not going to get it. I believe that was Stevens. Nice tackle in there. Matt Page in on the tackle along with number 26, who was Delonte Kelso for the Appomattox Raiders. We got an injured Wildcat on the field. So let's take a quick break while they check on him. With 1 minute left in our first half, we've got a 6-6 tie. We'll come right back, see what the Raiders can do with 1 minute. They have all 3 timeouts remaining. So come on back, folks.
It doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakes here, and are you tired of paying too much for a new vehicle? Well, if so, Cedarline Automotive and APPOMATTOX is your next stop. Cedarline has a large selection of vehicles to choose from. Great, pre-owned, like-new vehicles that can fit your budget. And it doesn't get any better than saving thousands of dollars on that vehicle rather than buying a brand new one. So stop by Cedarline Automotive to get the royal treatment. You will not be disappointed. And don't forget about Cedarline and the certified mechanics to make sure that your ride or your current ride is in tip-top shape. Cedarline Automotive on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farm.
Visit us online.
All right, folks, welcome back. The music brings us back to Bragg Stadium with a 6-6 tie between the Dan River Wildcats and the APPOMATTOX Raiders. It is 1st and 10 for the Raiders. There's 1 minute left on the clock in the first half, and the Raiders have all 3 timeouts. What you do not want is a turnover right here. Raiders with 4 wideouts. Edwards putting it up in the air across the middle, and it's incomplete, thrown behind number 20, Buster Henderson, that time, who had some open room if the ball had been on target. Deion Edwards took a pretty good shot that time. Looked like number 13 for the Dan River Wildcats got in there, who is Zima Anderson. Put a little pressure on Edwards. So the Raiders will come back up to the line. Edwards in the shotgun formation. 56 seconds left on the clock. Got a nice little quick shot up front. And number 26, Delonte Kelso with a nice gain to pick up the first down, and that will stop the clock with 49 seconds left in the first half. They will not have to use a timeout unless they want to. And the Raiders will take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll come back. 49.4 seconds left in our first half of play. Again, all tied up 6-6. The Raiders trying to get something going.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip. November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Dan River on defense trying to stop the Raiders. They just picked up a first down. Edwards flips it out. It is complete and out of bounds to Buster Henderson. A nice play by the Raiders. Only took 5 seconds off the clock. They're trying to get in the end zone or maybe set up for a field goal before the first half is over. 44.5 seconds left in our first half. Still tied up 6-6. Both kickers missed extra points after the touchdowns. And the Raiders break the huddle and come out. Four wideouts for the Raiders. Edwards again, lets it go, and it's complete. And Henderson trying to escape the tackle, and does he get out of bounds? And he must have got out of bounds because they stopped the clock with 36.5 seconds left. If he didn't get out of bounds, they'll start the clock as soon as the ball is set. And the clock, he didn't wind his arm, so it has not started yet. So Henderson must have got out of bounds. They're on the 23-yard line. 2nd and 2 for the Raiders. Dan River looking for a big stop here on defense. Edwards in the shotgun position. He's got it. Got to get rid of it. He just throws it up, and luckily that one was not picked off. That was one of those lame duck passes. So Edwards faked to the right, threw back to the left, but Dan River was already there that time. 31 seconds on the clock. Still 6-6 our score, and 3rd and 2 for the Raiders. We hope you're enjoying our live TV game of the week on Shentel Cable. Again, the Dandy one, he hadn't disappeared. He's going down to be recognized as coaching the state champion Raider golf team for 2014. Edwards will take it up the middle, cut it off to the right, and be tackled, but he'll pick up the first down, and that will stop the clock. The Raiders have 2 timeouts left, and they will take a timeout now to talk about it. 24.8 seconds left on the clock in our first half of play, still 6-6. We'll come back with 24 seconds left, see if the Raiders can punch it in the end zone right after this.
Welcome to RE/MAX Realty in Appomattox, Virginia. The time has never been better to purchase a home.
Good morning, RE/MAX Realty Connection. May I help you?
RE/MAX has a trained professional staff that can help you make your dream of owning a home come true. Look at this week's Home of the Week.
Concord Automotive Service Center is open and wants to help you with your general automotive needs. Since opening in June, we have made many new friends with our automotive service and help. We are located on Highway 460 West in Concord, Virginia, specializing in oil changes, tire rotation, air conditioning service, tire sales, and just about any general automotive need you may have. So please stop by and join the rest of our many friends who have learned that Concord Automotive Service Center is the place to stop for your automotive needs. Call us at area code 434-993-2777. That's 993-2777.
State Farm Insurance has been serving Appomattox and surrounding area for 42 years. Their expert service and advice is what their customers have come to depend upon. Located in the heart of Appomattox, owner Jim Ford knows that trust is something that doesn't come lightly. So for all of your home, auto, life insurance, and financial needs, see State Farm Insurance in Appomattox. Bring your current coverage and let State Farm see if they can beat your current rates. Call today.
I'm a real Shentel customer.
This is a real house.
This is a real nice town.
This is a real good video.
This is my real big wrench.
This is my real Shentel internet.
It's really fast.
Real Shentel remote. Real Shentel phone. My real Shentel bill.
It's real economical.
I'm really doing my homework. This is my real Shentel guy.
She's my real Shentel customer.
He's real nice.
Real value for real life from the one provider that calls this place home.
All right, the Raiders come back on the field. The Wildcats come back on the field. 24.8 seconds left on the clock. 6-6 to score. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 15-yard line. Raiders trying to get set. Edwards will take a snap. Roll out. Throws across the middle and a nice catch. Big catch that time. We're trying to see who made the catch. Was it number 14? Number 14, Devon Graves, it looks like, with the catch for the touchdown. And if the Dandy one was here, what I would tell him is I saw him working on that in the pregame. They were working on that, trying to get it. And now the Raiders call timeout. They might think about going for 2. So with that, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back. Raiders right now here 12-6. Thinking about going for 2. We'll come back right after this.
Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakester again, and C-Line Automotive and APPOMATTOX is here to serve you. Whether it's a like-new pre-owned vehicle or their service department with their great certified technicians, C-Line does the job right. And don't forget, C-Line has guaranteed credit. C-Line, located on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farmville. You owe it to yourself to try C-Line.
Visit us online.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
New shoes?
Hey, welcome back everyone, and Raiders got to get back out there. The officials blowing the whistle. Want to get them back on the field, and looks like they're going to go for 2. That will put them up by 8. Of course, you know they missed the extra point on that first touchdown. So a big play here for both teams. Edwards keeps it. He will not get there. And the Raiders will kick off one last time in our first half with the score 12-6. So let's stay here, folks, and talk about next week's game. We will be on Halloween night. Woo, the Goblins and the Goonies and the Lakester and the Dandy one will be at City Stadium in Lynchburg, Virginia, as the Brookville Bees invade to take on the Heritage Pioneers in what we think is going to be a great game in the Seminole District. Heritage Pioneers with 1 loss, the Brookville Bees with 1 loss. So this is a very important game for both of these teams. Again, the reason the Dandy one's not in the booth right now, he's down on the field getting ready to be recognized as the Conference Coach of the Year and also the players for the APPOMATTOX Raider golf team who won the conference championship and then went on to win the state championship.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip. November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia. Welcome to RE/MAX Realty in Appomattox, Virginia. The time has never been better to purchase a home.
Good morning, RE/MAX Realty Connection. May I help you?
RE/MAX has a trained professional staff that can help you make your dream of owning a home come true. Look at this week's Home of the Week.
Concord Automotive Service Center is open and wants to help you with your general automotive needs. Since opening in June, we have made many new friends with our automotive service and help. We are located on Highway 460 West in Concord, Virginia, specializing in oil changes, tire rotation, air conditioning service, tire sales, and just about any general automotive need you may have. So please stop by and join the rest of our many friends who have learned that Concord Automotive Service Center is the place to stop for your automotive needs. Call us at area code 434-993-2777. That's 993-2777.
State Farm Insurance has been serving Appomattox and surrounding area for 42 years. Their expert service and advice is what their customers have come to depend upon. Located in the heart of Appomattox, owner Jim Ford knows that trust is something that doesn't come lightly. So for all of your home, auto, life insurance, and financial needs, see State Farm Insurance in Appomattox. Bring your current coverage and let State Farm see if they can beat your current rates. Call today.
I'm a real Shentel customer.
This is a real house.
This is a real nice town.
This is a real good video.
This is my real big wrench.
This is my real Shentel internet.
It's really fast.
Real Shentel remote.
Real Shentel phone. My real Shentel bill.
It's real economical.
I'm really doing my homework. This is my real Shentel guy.
She's my real Shentel customer.
He's real nice.
Real value for real life from the one provider that calls this place home.
If you're the Appomattox Raiders, it's to let Dan River get a big return, especially for a touchdown at this point. So Jamison will tee it up. The Raiders are ready, the Wildcats are ready, and here comes the kick with 19.4 seconds left in the first half. And he will kick away, and he'll kick it deep. Looks like number 4 is going to pick it up and try to run it back. The Raiders are all over that. Malcolm Ware, number 4, so 10.9 seconds left on the clock. Dan River will have 1, maybe 2 plays at the most, and I'm not sure they might just take a knee. Got it right back to about the 20-yard line of Dan River. And I'm thinking probably that Coach Edmonds is saying, let's just take a knee, let's go in at halftime, let's talk about it. But remember, the Raiders won the toss, and they deferred.
So they will get the kickoff at the beginning of the second half. And Dan River's lined up with one wide out. Looks like they are trying to run a play. No, they'll just take a knee. The Raiders have no more timeouts to stop the clock. And that will be the end of the first half. And if you're Coach Doug Smith and the Appomattox Raiders, you have got to be happy right now that you are here to the Dan River Wildcats, 12-6. We'll take a break. We'll come back with halftime right after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back to Appomattox, everyone. Jimmy the Lakes to Lakes without my partner, the Dandy One, who was down on the field. He's going to be recognized tonight along with the Appomattox County High School golf team for the conference and state championships. Another state championship here at Appomattox, the first they've ever had in golf. So congratulations to them. Remember, this is our Scott Wilson Insurance halftime report. And we'll talk first of all about the Wildcats of Dan River. They scored first, worked the ball up and down the field, got it in the end zone, but they missed the extra point. Then the Raiders, they drove it down the field. They got it in the end zone. They missed the extra point. It was back and forth for the rest of the half until there was 19 seconds left when the Raiders took it in on a drive, touchdown pass in the end zone. Edwards, and I cannot remember the name of the receiver that caught it, but it was a great play. The defender was all over him, and he made a great catch. They called timeout. They went for two. They did not make it, and that's where we stand right now. It's 12-7, the Raiders over the Wildcats. Now, some people would say that's an upset right now in the making, but you got to watch out for the Dan River Wildcats because they have a quality football team with a great coach, and they're going to come back in the second half. The Raiders, on the other hand, they're going to get the kickoff at the beginning of the second half, and with that, they need to move the ball up and down the field. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about the first half right after this on your Scott Wilson Insurance halftime show.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
New shoes?
Welcome back, everyone, to Appomattox and Bragg Stadium. And we don't have the teams on the field, but what you're looking at right now is the Appomattox County Conference and State Championship golf team, along with the Dandy One, Doug Marshall, as their coach.
Members include Chase Mayberry, Jacob Ransom, Patrick House, Chandler Harvey, Bruce Schober, Graham Colo, Sam O'Brien, Ryan Sayer, Cody Drinklin, and Julian Drinklin. The team is coached by Mr. Doug, the Dandy One Coach of the Year, Marshall.
And there it is, folks. I wait for the announcer to say it. The Dandy One, Doug Marshall, and his team out there. And they did a great job this year as they won the conference championship and the state championship, which is no small feat. Let me tell you what. A lot of people think it's so easy to set that ball on a tee. I've heard a lot of my friends say, oh, you set the ball on the tee, it doesn't go anywhere. You swing and hit it with a stick with a big thing on the end of it. Well, let me tell you what. if you've never played golf, you need to give it a try because it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So congratulations to the APPOMATTOX Raider golf team and the Dandy one, Doug Marshall, as the coach and conference coach of the year. All right, the teams are getting ready to come back on the field, and we'll be back with more of your live TV game of the week on Shentel Cable right after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, everyone, to Appomattox County High School Bragg Stadium and the Appomattox Raiders 12, the Dan River Wildcats 6. And Doug, as you said, coming on, watch out for an onside kick right here.
Well, yeah, because Dan River wants somehow to get the advantage. If the Raiders can get this football and put some points on the board here now, it's a two-score game, and Dan River so far went through the first half with only one.
Yeah, and kicking off is going to be number 30, Andrew Lewis. So here we go. Let's see if they kick it down the field, and they will.
They do, and
but
it's going to
go out of bounds, and the Raiders are going to get a good field position on their own 35-yard line.
The Raiders will start at the 35-yard line, first down and 10. The Raiders did that for Dan River a little while ago, and now the Dan River Wildcats return the favor.
And you know something, you really can't wait. You really can't ask for a lot more than starting on your 35-yard line.
You're exactly right. So Raiders take over in pretty good field position. And Lakester, because I had to take off and go down before halftime, the Raiders, a great drive to end the half, a nice high going in at halftime.
Absolutely, and I forgot that Graves caught it when doing the halftime show. I knew that Edwards threw it, and Graves made a great catch.
A nice run up the middle that time. Looks like Edwards kept the football. He went up about, got to pick up about 4 yards, first down, and was going to be second down and 6 now.
And that's the same thing the Raiders did, Doug, when they started their first drive in the first quarter. Was Edwards ran the ball the first 3 times. The first 3 plays the Raiders got, they called Edwards number on the run.
You see, the Raiders now would like to eat some clock, nice drive downfield, eat a little clock up, and then take over and get some points.
That's Henderson with the catch, but a nice play.
But you can't do this when you got 3rd down and 9 to go.
Nice play by number 4, who is Malcolm Ware. Ware with a nice play, and that's a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. So we got 3rd and 8 now for the Raiders.
And we talked about it. The Dan River Wildcats now have got to be keying. Okay, Appomattox is going to try to throw it to Buster Henderson. Appomattox has got to find an alternative receiver now. You know, such as a touchdown where Graves caught the pass. Can they find another quality couple guys to catch a football? Ball handed off up the middle. Nice little inside handoff.
He's going to be real close to that first down, Doug.
Number 21, Deron Kelso.
And I think
nice
he got
run.
it.
And he did get it. He got it up across the 45-yard line to about the 46. It'll be first down and 10 for the Raiders. Nice little handoff that time inside.
Good play by the Raiders, and you know, Doug, that's what you're looking for. Now they're calling 4th down, but he definitely got the first down. First and 10 for the Raiders, and Doug, you know, the Appomattox Raiders, that's what you're looking for. Move the ball, run the clock.
Number 15 with the football running to the right side. That is DJ Smith. The DJ is going to get some good yardage as he crosses. I believe he crossed the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards on that carry. So that's a big play for the Raiders.
And as long as you're picking up that kind of yardage on first down, running the football, setting up 2nd and short, you can do pretty much anything you want with your arsenal of plays.
Right, and Doug, you know, Dan River so far tonight has not shown that they can throw the ball. So with their running game, that's going to eat some clock up as long as the Raiders can play pretty good defense and contain them.
Well, the Raiders right now have eaten up about 2 minutes of clock time here in this 3rd quarter with this opening drive. Dan River jumped but didn't come into the neutral zone. Pass there to the right side. That looks like it's there to Graves that time.
And that's a first down for the Raiders. Now, Doug, the thing you have to watch out is that sideline pass like that. If the cornerback breaks on it it could be an easy interception and 6 points because there's nobody between him and Bay Dirt.
Well, that pass right there is a little safe because it's still right on the line of scrimmage. If that cornerback creeps up and gets a little close to man-on-man coverage, then you got a chance to pump fake, pull him in, and hit it up the sidelines.
You got Henderson on his side over here, Doug. A pump fake here and go long with it. They're going to throw it up, and it's not a real good throw, but Henderson is going to make the catch.
And Henderson throws a couple tackles, gets it inside the 10-yard line, and Henderson all fired up. And Buster Henderson uses his body to shield the other guy like a basketball player would working to a goal.
He does. Buster Henderson with a great catch that time because Dan River had great defensive pressure on him.
Ball just inside the 10-yard line, and I said this is the worst spot you can have one for first and goal because you got to go almost 10 yards.
You're exactly right. You need to get something on first down. Let's see if they do, and they do.
This is Kelso going up, but we're going to have a flag on the play, and you know what that usually means.
It usually means holding, Doug, and that's bad news right there because now you're going to be looking at about, first and 20?
Something along
First
that
and
line.
goal from the 20, I should say.
Yeah, it depends on where the spot of the foul took place, but the way he threw the flag, it's right there around the 8, so they're going to back up to the 18. So, and they've got to go to.
They got to get in the end zone.
That's right. They got goals, so they got to go.
They got the sticks over there, but they've got to get in the end zone.
So they got to go. They first and 18. They got to go to the goal line.
They cannot get a first down unless it would be an automatic first down, like a
which would be
personal foul play or something like that.
So the Raiders first down and 10 had a nice gain that time from Kelso. Now the Raiders are tight bunchly once again.
Edwards has got it, Doug. You lose some more yards, but he got rid of it.
He got rid of the football trying to hit number 6 coming out the backfield, which if he hits him, he's got some good yardage.
Yeah, number 34 was in on the tackle that time, who was Cortez Terry. But, you know, if Edwards is not left-handed, Doug, he doesn't get that pass off.
Well, I tell you what, that was if he could have hit him, that had some nice yardage coming up in that because nobody was out there as number 31 came in on that end. But the Raiders' offensive line has got to give Edwards a little time to at least locate his receivers.
You're looking at second and goal from the 18-yard line.
And that's one way you stop a passer throwing the football is to get to him and throw it, is to sack him like this right here.
Exactly.
The problem is the Raiders now have gotten thrown back with the penalty and then the sack right there.
They're out of field goal range.
It's not giving the field goal kicker a chance. And any kind of points right here makes it a 2-possession game.
That's exactly right. Third and goal from the 22-yard line.
They got to go. They need to get the ball back somewhere around the 10 or 15-yard line.
Get about half of it right here and then kick the field goal. We're down under 8 minutes, so they've run some time off the clock.
And I think they better be a little hurried up with the play here.
They got 3 wideouts. And look at this. Oh, it rolls down.
He had him turned around, and he just, unfortunately, number 14 could not get turned around to catch it. Graves down there. He just turned the wrong way.
And Carter Jamison is coming out.
That's number 15, DJ Smith.
Carter Jamison coming out. Is he going to try to kick a field goal here?
Well, they say he's got a good leg, so we'll see.
Well, we're going to find out right here. And the thing is, as long as you don't block him running back for a touchdown, you're going to get the ball right there on the 20-some-yard line. So why not give it a try?
Well, this is going to be about a 39-yard field goal.
Got to have a good snap and a good hole. Snap, hole, kick. And way too low.
Way too low. So he kind of caught the time. He rushed himself to get through so they wouldn't block it, and unfortunately he didn't get a chance. So
yep. All right, so we're going to take a break right here, Doug. 7:39 left in the third quarter of play. The Raiders still lead 12-6. Dan River getting their hands on the ball for the first time in the second half.
Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakes to Lakes here. And are you tired of paying too much for a new vehicle? Well, if so, Cedarline Automotive in Appomattox is your next stop. Cedarline has a large selection of vehicles to choose from. Great, pre-owned, like-new vehicles that can fit your budget. And it doesn't get any better than saving thousands of dollars on that vehicle rather than buying a brand new one. So stop by Cedarline Automotive to get the rural treatment. You will not be disappointed. And don't forget about Cedarline and their certified mechanics to make sure that your ride or your current ride is in tip-top shape. Cedarline Automotive on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farm.
Visit us online.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. Dan River taking over, Doug, for the first time in the second half.
Number 14, Jovian Reynolds with the football will hand it off to number 7 coming up the middle. That is Q Stevens, and Stevens will muster some yardage up to about the 24, 25-yard line.
And Dan, do you know the Raiders blew a golden opportunity when they had first and goal just inside the 10-yard line?
Well, once again, penalty, mistake.
Yes.
And we talked about it in the pregame tonight, a mistake-free contest. So far, the bugaboo hadn't hit him. It's been the penalty, but that's almost as bad as the bugaboo.
Well, it is. And really, you know, Coach Doug Smith and his staff is thinking, we got to come away with points right now.
Well, you think, yeah, that would have been a good one because you got the momentum. Another touchdown on the board right there. Pass
Going
over
to Edmonds.
That's Edmonds on the sideline. And, of course, they got to try to make a gang tackle and hold him out of there. That's a big man to bring down right there, but it's a first down for Dan River as he gets it up to close to the 40-yard line.
Nice play by Dan River. Good play call that time.
Well, they're isolating him out there against a couple defensive backs. And I tell you what, that young man right there is strong enough. It's going to take both defensive backs to get him down.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
39-yard line, first down and 10.
And, you know, when he gets to Tech and puts more muscle on and 20 more pounds, he's going to be a force.
Ball handed off to Malcolm Wow. Wow turns the corner.
He gets up about 5.
Yeah, he gets up about 5 or 6 yards to about the 45-yard line. You know, with the amount of running we've had in this game has moved along very quickly. We're coming up on the almost the 6-minute mark here of the third quarter.
Yes, it has. This game's got a good flow to it.
Well, I was standing on the sideline when the officials went off, and we were discussing. They said that's 2 well-played teams out there tonight. Very few mistakes. Because once again, this time the quarterback is going to keep it.
I think Stevens
that's
played
Reynolds,
quarterback position. I believe it was Stevens at the quarterback position, Doug, number 7.
Well, they are running like I call it the mini Wildcat. I reckon you could call it the Wildcat because the Wildcats are running it.
Yeah, they had the quarterback who was Reynolds over here in the flanker position.
It's going to bring up third down. We're looking at about 5 yards for a first down.
Yep. And Doug, we have not seen a punt tonight.
Yes, we have. The Raiders punted the ball.
The Raiders did punt one time. You're right. We haven't seen Dan River punt tonight.
I like it when I get the Raiders get the right call.
Oh, Lord.
I like it when he says I'm right.
I hate to say it.
Pitch out to the left side.
That's Stevens again.
Stevens trying to turn the corner. He cuts it back inside.
And he's going to be just short, about a couple yards to the first down, Doug.
Yeah, he's going to be shy now. We've had Mr. Edmonds, the coach, has been the riverboat gambler. Will he gamble at this point?
Well, he's gone for it on fourth down every time, but this time you've got fourth and about 3. And I'm thinking maybe they might punt this one.
I would not say he's not going to punt the football, but we're going to.
Well, I tell you what, they're going to call a timeout and they're going to talk about it.
Timeout to take a call. I think he understands fourth down when we return, Lakesa.
Exactly right on your live TV game of the week on Shentel Cable. This is a big play.
Oh, tell me about it.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip.
November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia.
And welcome back, everyone. And it looks like Dan River's going to punt, Doug, but I'll tell you, watch them.
Well, I can't see them calling a timeout for a straight punt.
Watch out right here for a fake, Doug.
Well, the Raiders, first of all, have got to be careful.
They could snap it to the up man right here. And that's
did.
exactly what they did.
And that's what they did.
He's going to get the first
He's
down.
going to get the first down as he just backed his way through across the 50-yard line. So the Raiders, I think, kind of were suspecting a punt. A fake punt, but the Raiders just couldn't pull it off and stop him.
Yep, just could not stop
Number
him.
13 backed in, Zamar Anderson. He just turned and backed his frame in, and I reckon he got some push from his offensive line. But it's a first down and 10 for Dan River, and they keep the drive alive. Ball spotted at about the 49-yard line of Appomattox.
And what you said, Doug, I hate to say it, but you're exactly right. That timeout was not called for nothing. They set that play up.
Well, timeouts in a game like this are going to be very well needed towards the end, so you don't want to throw them away.
It's Stevens again.
And Stevens right there will get about
9.
Yep, sure will. 8 or 9 yards on the play. So the Raiders defense got to bow up again and try to stop Dan River.
And that would have been a huge stop for the Appomattox Raiders.
Well, I thought they had bunched him up and stopped him, but he just kept the feet churning, and when he was able to get his back going downfield, just pushing, and he was in pretty good shape to get that yard or two that he needed. So it's second down, about 2 to go for a first down. For Dan River, ball spotted about the 41-yard line of Appomattox.
Edmonds up the middle. Nope, a pitch out to Stevens.
Stevens cuts it up the middle, then tries to cut it back outside.
Good yardage.
And he's going to get finally stopped as he turns it into the 31, 32-yard line of Appomattox, but a first down and 10 as the chains will move again.
And Doug, if the Dan River Wildcats get in the end zone, it's going to be interesting to see, will they go for 2 or will they go for the 1 to get the 1-point lead? The Raiders, of course, at the end of the first half, they went for the 2 and they did not make it.
Well, I'm standing on the sideline talking to members of my team, and I'm thinking they just need to kick the extra point, get the 7-point lead, and then go from there, because force Dan River to make a decision to kick the 1 to tie or to go for the 2 to try to get the lead. And if they go for the 2 and don't make it, then you still got the lead.
That's right.
This time ball's right up the middle, and it's going to be Stevens.
It was a fumble, but the official saying he was down.
So it's going to be a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards on the play. So you keep getting this kind of yardage on first down, it makes life easy for the quarterback.
They'll call it 2nd and 7 for Dan River.
Well, Dan River's proven they're going for it. It's 4-down territory. So the Raiders have really got to either hope for a mistake or they just got to bow up and stop it. They hand off to the second back through. That's Edmonds. He's going to fall forward across the 30-yard line down to about the 27-28.
Yeah, Nathan Drew, number 67, got him down around the ankles that time, and that allowed a couple other Raiders to get in there and make the tackle. So you're looking at 3rd, and what we'll call it, Doug, about 4?
3rd down, about 6.
3rd and about 6. And you're probably in two-down territory.
Oh, I agree with you. Third down. Now, of course, they don't want to take it to fourth down, but, you know, you got a fellow by the name of Edmonds in the backfield. My guess is you're going to probably involve him some way on this.
Well, just throw it out, Doug, and if he gets around the corner, nice play.
Nice play that time. Number 20, Buster Henderson.
Buster Henderson with a big tackle.
Comes up and actually a loss back to the 20, to the 31-yard line.
That's going to put it up at 4th and 9, Doug.
4th and 9. That was a big play that time. Henderson coming through big.
And you got to figure Dan River is going to go for it, because if you punt it from right here, although, you know, the kicker for Dan River, he missed the extra point, but he had plenty of leg.
Well, number 14 coming into the, you know, Jovian Reynolds, the quarterback. They got 4 wide receivers in the pass pattern.
Watch that pass to Edmonds on the side over there.
Edmonds on the side.
Page can't back up too far.
And quarterback being rushed. Now he rolls out to the right side.
Yep, but he's not going to get there, Doug.
He is not going to get the first down as the Raiders run him out of bounds. And of course we got, now let's see, somebody went down on the sideline.
It's a Raider player, but he's back up now. I think it was number 26 for the Raiders. Delonte Kelso. So the Raiders have held and will take over right there. So let's take a break and come back and see if the Raiders can do something from their own 29-yard line. They still lead 12-6 with 1:27 left in the third quarter.
Welcome to RE/MAX Realty in Appomattox, Virginia. The time has never been better to purchase a home.
Good morning, RE/MAX Realty Connection. May I help you?
RE/MAX has a trained professional staff that can help you make your dream of owning a home come true. Look at this week's Home of the Week.
Concord Automotive Service Center is open and wants to help you with your general automotive needs. Since opening in June, we have made many new friends with our automotive service and help. We are located on Highway 460 West in Concord, Virginia, specializing in oil changes, tire rotation, air conditioning service, tire sales, and just about any general automotive need you may have. So please stop by and join the rest of our many friends who have learned that Concord Automotive Service Center is the place to stop for your automotive needs. Call us at area code 434-993-2777. That's 993-2777.
State Farm Insurance has been serving Appomattox and surrounding area for 42 years. Their expert service and advice is what their customers have come to depend upon. Located in the heart of Appomattox, owner Jim Ford knows that trust is something that doesn't come lightly. So for all of your home, auto, life insurance, and financial needs, see State Farm Insurance in Appomattox. Bring your current coverage and let State Farm see if they can beat your current rates. Call today.
I'm a real Shentel customer.
This is a real house.
This is a real nice town.
This is a real good video.
This is my real big wrench.
This is my real Shentel internet.
It's really fast.
Real Shentel remote. Real Shentel phone. My real Shentel bill.
It's real economical.
I'm really doing my homework. This is my real Shentel guy.
She's my real Shentel customer.
He's real nice.
Real value for real life from the one provider that calls this place home.
Appomattox Raiders, welcome back to Appomattox County High School Bragg Stadium, home of the Raiders.
The Raiders.
First and 10 for Appomattox. Coming up over the left side of the line, number 21 running the football, Deron Kelso. Nice yardage that time.
You know, Doug, if you follow Appomattox sports, there's always been a lot of Kelsos in Appomattox sports. You ever noticed that?
The Raiders actually have 2 on this team, Deron and Delonte, brothers.
They have them on football, they have them in basketball. Kelso is kind of and McCoy are household names in Appomattox.
You're exactly right. These two gentlemen are nice. They are nice guys, and they run the football hard, both of them, when they play. Second down and about 3. And I think the Raiders going to get called for motion.
Dan River was up they were jockeying out the line. It's hard to hold your position sometimes. That's what it is.
And once again, it's mistakes. The Raiders had a big mistake on the holding penalty. And after a good run by Kelso a few moments ago, now we've got a good run. They're going to march it back. This, fortunately, is just a minor penalty offside, but it's still down in distance. Second down and 8 now.
If you're an offensive lineman and you know where the snap count is and you know that Dan Rose could be jumping at you, just shut your eyes. And when that snap count hits, open them up and go with your block. You know where you're going anyway.
Tight formation for the Raiders. Ball handed up. And this time, Kelso is not going to get back. He's going to lose yardage. So it's going to bring up about 3rd down and 10 for APPOMATTOX.
Well, Dan River has put the defensive clamp on just like the Raiders did.
Anderson making the stop for Dan River. 3rd and 9.
So the Raiders, big play, big 3rd down play for APPOMATTOX. We go under a minute here in the 3rd period of play. APPOMATTOX still on top, 12-6. The initial possession of the 3rd quarter, the Raiders had a good chance to put some points on the board, and a holding penalty and a couple sacks cost them.
Yeah, you're bound to throwing situation right here. Edwards is going to run. We're going to have another hold, Doug.
Yeah, we're going to have another hold in the backfield.
It's either going to be a hold or a block below the waist. And it's going to be called on Kelso, number 21. It's going to be a hold.
And so now, my guess is Dan River might take that penalty because it's going to back the Raiders up 10 yards from there. It's going to put them back about to 15. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, actually going to decline it, Doug. And that right there is a plus for the Raiders because they don't have to kick from so far back.
And if they take the play, the clock will start to run. And if the Raiders are smart, they'll let the clock run there they go. So, they'll have to punt it here before it's over with. But punt formation going back is Carter Jamison. And back deep for Dan River, number 8, Devin Stone, and number 4, Malcolm Ware. Now, Dan River's gotten close to the punt a couple times tonight.
They have.
Snap back.
Got to get rid of it.
And
somebody got a piece of it, Doug.
And it's picked up by Edmonds, and Edmonds is going to take this thing to the house. And Dan River blocked the punt.
And, Doug, you said that running sideways is going to get you eventually, and it did that time. When you know the man is going to go to the right, and what Dan River did was they overloaded the right side. They got out there, they blocked it. It went right to Edmonds. He caught it, ran it in the end zone. And just like that, it's 12-12, and Dan River is going to go for 1 to try to take the lead.
The ball came out low, but Dan River has some big, tall guys, and they just jumped and got their hands on the football. But, Mr. Edmonds is right there to pick it up and jolly on his spot. So we're going for the 1 now.
And remember, number 30.
Reynolds to hold, number 13, Andrew Lewis to kick.
Yeah, Lewis missed the
snap
first
is
one.
down. The kick is up.
And did he miss it, Doug?
This is good.
He made that one.
So Dan River retakes the lead, 13-12 over APPOMATTOX. And so we'll come back with 0.1 second to go in the 3rd quarter. The Raiders will get the kickoff, and then we will go to the 4th quarter. So come on back. Join us on the AliveTV Game of the Week.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
New shoes? Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakes again, and C-Line Automotive and Appomattox is here to serve you. Whether it's a like-new pre-owned vehicle or their service department with their great certified technicians, C-Line does the job right. And don't forget, C-Line has guaranteed credit. C-Line, located on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farmville. You owe it to yourself to try C-Line.
Visit us online.
Hi, welcome back everyone to Bragg Stadium, and Dan River Wildcats have taken the lead 13-12.
And this is what I talked about earlier. Not going for just the one made Dan River, okay, we can take the lead by getting the one.
Exactly right.
So,
well, the Raiders had the chances in the third quarter, Doug, when they had first and goal from right around the 10-yard line.
And they didn't even get a good field goal attempt out of it, no. So the Raiders now, they got some work to do. They've got to get a score, field goal, touchdown, whatever. Lewis will kick it off deep.
Good kick.
And taking the football, because I didn't really catch the number. But the Raiders.
I know one thing, the tackle was made by Zema Anderson.
But Dan River has got old momentum in their backyard right now.
Yep, Trey Walker was the one returning it, Doug. And as you said, end of the third quarter.
Yeah, we ended the third quarter. We're going to be heading to the fast and furious fourth quarter when we return. It's Dan River 13, Appomattox 12. We'll be back with the AliveTV Game of the Week right here on Shentel Cable, the Lakes to the Dandy One, and the entire crew. So come on back with us.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip. November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia.
Welcome back, everyone. The Appomattox Raiders coming out, Doug, trailing for the first time since early in the first quarter, 13-12.
Ball handed off up the middle, Appomattox Raiders. And that looks like Kelso once again will break it up across that's number 26 for Appomattox. So that is Delonte Kelso.
Well, you got it right. You said Kelso.
Yeah, I did, but that's the brother we were talking about, Deron and Delonte.
So he'll pick up about 5 yards on that carry, be 2nd and 5 for the Raiders. And, you know, Doug, the Raiders have shown they can move the football.
Well, once again, all the Raiders got to do, put a nice sustained drive, take it down like they did once before. This time, Edwards will keep the football, looks to throw it over in the flats, and he overthrows his tight end.
Hey, you know, and that's tough to overthrow Marquise Morgan because Marquise is about 6'4" himself.
Well, I also think that Dion got a little happy feet, they was like to say. He had a couple guys coming at him. He just got a little quick because Meganson was wide open out there in the flats, nobody around him.
Well, if he catches it, he's going to probably pick up at least 15 more yards.
Well, he's going to get it. For sure, he's going to get the first down.
Absolutely. So here we go, 3rd and 5 for the Raiders. A pretty important third down.
Yeah,
25 left in the fourth quarter. Edwards going to try to run it.
Edwards is going to try to keep it. He's going to get stopped. He's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And once again, Dan River, after that score, they have gotten fired up, and that they are a dangerous football team now, and you're going to punt the ball back to them. You got to watch it. You got to watch out for them.
Momentum has really changed in this game, Doug. That block punt. And don't think that they're not coming after it again.
Well, if you can do it once, you can do it again. And once again, Mr. Edmonds is kind of right in the middle of the whole pack there. And obviously he was there for a reason. And we've got, it must have been illegal motion, illegal procedure. Yep, that's what it is. False start against Appomattox. And mistakes now. Appomattox, they got to the goal line, got down to the 1st and goal inside the 10. Holding penalty, couple sacks. Now the Raiders couple key penalties, illegal procedure, motion penalties.
All right, here comes the snap. Jameson's got it. Kick up, pretty good one, and need a good bounce.
And it's going to go out of bounds just about the
48-yard line, Doug, so not a real good kick that time.
No, he didn't, and I think it was in the back of his mind. But if he'd elevated the kick like that last time, it would not have got blocked.
Exactly. All right, 10:29 left in the fourth quarter, and the Raiders trail 13-12. The Danville Wildcats with the ball. And we'll see what they can do with it when we come back in your live TV game of the week on Shentel Cable right after this.
Welcome to RE/MAX Realty in Appomattox, Virginia. The time has never been better to purchase a home.
Good morning, RE/MAX Realty Connection. May I help you?
RE/MAX has a trained professional staff that can help you make your dream of owning a home come true. Look at this week's Home of the Week.
Concord Automotive Service Center is open and wants to help you with your general automotive needs. Since opening in June, we have made many new friends with our automotive service and help. We are located on Highway 460 West in Concord, Virginia, specializing in oil changes, tire rotation, air conditioning service, tire sales, and just about any general automotive need you may have. So please stop by and join the rest of our many friends who have learned that Concord Automotive Service Center is the place to stop for your automotive needs. Call us at area code 434-993-2777. That's 993-2777.
State Farm Insurance has been serving Appomattox and surrounding area for 42 years. Their expert service and advice is what their customers have come to depend upon. Located in the heart of Appomattox, owner Jim Ford knows that trust is something that doesn't come lightly. So for all of your home, auto, life insurance, and financial needs, see State Farm Insurance in Appomattox. Bring your current coverage and let State Farm see if they can beat your current rates. Call today.
I'm a real Shentel customer.
This is a real house.
This is a real nice town.
This is a real good video.
This is my real big wrench.
This is my real Shentel internet.
It's really fast.
Real Shentel remote. Real Shentel phone. My real Shentel bill.
It's real economical.
I'm really doing my homework. This is my real Shentel guy.
She's my real Shentel customer.
He's real nice.
Real value for real life from the one provider that calls this place home.
All right, Denver Wildcats are bringing out the huddle, Doug, and this now is a big defensive stand for the Appomattox Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders earlier that opened the game tonight gave the Dan River Wildcats about this same field position to start their opening drive. Dan River took it down the field and put the first 6 points up on the board. The Raiders cannot allow that to happen now.
No, and you're into the fourth quarter with 10:19 left in this contest.
The handoff up over the right side, number 7, that's Q Stevens. Stevens going to get into Raider territory at about the 49. Well, they're going to mark it right at the 50, so it'll be about a yard and a half, 2-yard pickup. So second down, we'll call it 8 yards for a first down.
And Dan River, Doug, of course, they're going to be content to keep it on the ground and run this clock down.
And I'm not sure who Dan River really, I think Dan River and Gretna have to play each other, but we know that Gretna is not the team that Gretna once was.
No, you're right.
And because Appomattox has a couple big games left on the schedule. Turning the corner, number 7, as Stevens made the turn.
I think we're going to have a face mask, Doug. If that's a face mask, it's going to be at least 10 or 15 more yards. I think they may say a horse collar.
Made a call about the horse collar. Personal foul, horse collar tackle against the Raiders. So that's going to add 15 more yards. That's going to get the ball down about the 15-yard line.
That's exactly what the Raiders did not need.
No, once again, mistakes now catching up with the Raiders.
And, of course, a loss tonight, Doug, is going to knock the Raiders out of that top 8 position more than likely.
But the thing is, it's not going to damage them as far as pushing them down where they're still not into the top 16 to make the playoffs.
They'll still make the playoffs, but you want that home game.
Well, you've got to, they've got to naturally beat Nelson, which is the next game on the schedule next week. They go to Nelson, and then they come home the final week and host Chatham. But you still,
again.
I mean, this game is not over yet, but if you don't start tackling a little bit better, the game could be over with real quickly.
Very quickly, exactly right. The one good thing about it is if Dan River scores and gets the extra point, the Raiders could score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion to tie the game.
So it's going to be 2nd and 1. The ball's going to be about this 8-yard line at the Appomattox 8. And you're getting down into Edmonds territory down here right now. Tremaine Edmonds, as big a back as he is, he's going to get you a couple good yards down inside this territory.
Oh, yeah. If he gets a hit of speed going, it's tough to bring that kid down.
Ball handed off. It's Edmonds up over the left side, and he's going to take it down to the goal line.
They stopped at about the 1 or maybe inside the 1.
They actually say he was stopped short. They did not give him the touchdown. But they are going to stop the clock because it's going to be a first down.
Officials timeout on the field.
Where they got a couple guys stacked up at the goal line to try to get them untangled. And I think they got a Raider slow coming up off the turf down there. Not sure who it is.
All right, well, Doug, while they're checking on him, make sure he's okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back. 9:09 left in our contest, 13-12. Wildcats over the Raiders, and the Wildcats getting ready to punch it in. Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakes here. And are you tired of paying too much for a new vehicle? Well, if so, Cedarline Automotive in Appomattox is your next stop. Cedarline has a large selection of vehicles to choose from. Great, pre-owned, like-new vehicles that can fit your budget. And it doesn't get any better than saving thousands of dollars on that vehicle rather than buying a brand new one. So stop by Cedarline Automotive to get the rural treatment. You will not be disappointed. And don't forget about Cedarline and their certified mechanics to make sure that your ride or your current ride is in tip-top shape. Cedarline Automotive on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farm.
Visit us online.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
All right, welcome back, everyone. And the Raiders of a tall task, Doug. It's first and goal from the 1 yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of the quarterback sneak. That's what you like to do right there. I have not seen a signal yet from the officials.
I haven't either.
No, they're unstacking them.
I saw the official put his foot down. He was short of the goal line.
They're saying second down.
So now it's second and goal. And what the Raiders need there, Doug, is a penalty on Dan Rubble.
Well, that would be nice.
To back him back out just a little bit.
All right, what would be even nicer would be a fumble and a recovery.
Well, yeah, if you're a Raider fan.
If you're a Raider fan, if you're a Dan River fan now, you want to see him punching in the end zone.
Edmonds in that up position, Doug, and if he gets it right, if they hand it to him, it's hard to stop him. Oh, but a good play by the Raiders.
And they did give it to him, but see, he kept churning his feet.
They're going to say touchdown.
They got a touchdown. I thought he might a little movement over the left side after the initial hit. It just goes to show Edmonds is so strong, you got to keep hitting him.
A big play by the Raiders, though. They put a good lick on him. But Edmonds, again, as you said, strong, Doug, got in the end zone, and it's 19-12.
Well, now, this is a big extra point.
No doubt about it.
Because if this point is missed, it's only a 7-point game. The Raiders touchdown and a kicked extra point will tie it. If he makes this, the Raiders have no choice but to go for the 2.
That's right.
If they make a touchdown. 7:59 to go. The snap is down. The kick is up, and this
looks
one
good.
Looks mighty good.
It is. So it's 20-12. The Dan River Wildcats over the Appomattox Raiders. And that, Doug, you go back to thinking about that 2-point conversion at the end of the first half.
Well, always, that for some reason, those little calls like that become big calls at the end of the game. But you got to stick with your guns.
7:59 left in the game. Raiders will be getting the kickoff when we come back.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip. November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia.
Welcome back to Appomattox, everyone. The Dan River Wildcats have taken an 8-point lead, 20-12, over the Appomattox Raiders with 7:59 left in our fourth period of play. And Doug, momentum has really changed.
Old Mo went to the back, went to the other side of the field really quick there against Appomattox. They, riding high, scored a touchdown before halftime, came right, moved the ball right there in the field with a chance to put points on the board. And since then, the Raiders have been kind of stifled.
They have been.
They shot themselves in the foot. Penalties, and we talked about it once again, beginning of the game. Raiders have to play mistake-free. They got to play almost a perfect game to beat Dan River tonight. So far, they have not, but they're still in the game, down 8, 7:59 to go. They just a touchdown on a 2-point conversion from having this thing tied. So we'll see what happens over the next 7:59.
Is that Graves?
That is Graves with the football. He bounces it to the outside, turns it up the field, and is escorted out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
So a pretty good return by Graves.
The Raiders will have pretty good field position, and they have to go back to work.
Yeah, and the Raiders have kind of gotten away from what got them the lead, Doug, and that's throwing the ball.
Well, they've tried to run the football. I think that they thought they could eat some clock up, move it down the field, and maybe put some points on the board and keep Dan River at bay, But now they have to score. Their most dangerous weapon is number 20, Buster Henderson. Don't think that Dan River won't be keeping an eye on him.
They'll be keying on him, no question about that.
Edwards with the ball, and he's going to get snowed under. And the one thing about it, we talked about Dan River being physical up front. This is where that physicality in the fourth quarter comes into play.
Yeah, Quantez Terry, number 34, got in there, got Edwards up around the neck and just brought him down. But what Edwards has got to realize, Doug, is he's got to get rid of that football.
Well, I have a tendency to think that Edwards needs to roll out to throw this football. Now, he is a left-handed quarterback, which means he's got to roll out to his right to be able to throw it with his left. And he's got a pretty good strong arm,
and we hadn't seen many rollouts tonight.
No, I think that's what they're going to have to do to give him time to throw the ball. Because standing back here in the pocket's not working. Ball over the middle and picked off. Number 8 stepped up. Devin Stone picks it up, takes it to the right side, got running room, and he will turn it up and take it in for a touchdown for Dan River. And once again, that's a mistake the Raiders didn't need.
An ill-advised throw that time by Edwards, Doug, right across the middle. Nobody was there.
So now the new score is 26-12 with Dan River to add the extra point.
And what looked very hopeful for the Raiders with a 12-6 lead and a first and goal from about the 9.5-yard line, all of a sudden it's turned into a nightmare.
Yeah, the last quarter and a half for the Raiders have not been good quarter and a half. So 6:52 to go, and back out as Andrew Lewis to do the kicking. Holding once again is the quarterback Reynolds. Snap is down, the extra point. This is blocked. Hits a crossbar. No good.
Sure why. There's a flag down for some reason.
But I think the Raiders have too many men on the field.
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe they do, Doug.
I think the Raiders have too many men on the field.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So the Raiders will. So now will Dan River take the half the distance to the goal, and will they go for the 2?
Well, I would think you probably would.
It looks like to me as if he's got his regular offensive unit coming back in.
And the bad thing about that, Doug, is that's almost inexcusable to have too many men on the field when those kicks take you. That's something that you practice. Who's supposed to be on the field when the extra point is being kicked?
I mean, that was kind of a break for the Raiders as the extra point missed. But now to go for 2, this would make it about a 3-score game now, because the Raiders would have to score 16 points. They could get 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions, and that could work if this is good.
Well, the thing is, the Raiders are going to have to throw the ball, and Dan River's going to know that.
And they're going to pin the ears back, and Edwards is going to see a lot.
And we got more flags on the play.
Well, this is going to be a delay of
game. Just go back it back up.
So now will they send the kicking unit back on, and now comes the kicking unit back
actually,
on.
that backs it back up a little farther, Doug.
Yes, it does.
Because that's a 5-yard penalty versus a half a distance to the goal line.
Yeah, normally you would get this from the 3-yard line, and now you get it back from the 1.5 yards back to about the 7.5.
Yeah. So this extra point is taking as long as the third quarter took.
Yes. Once again, Lewis to kick and Reynolds to hold. The snap is down, the kick is up.
And that one looks real good.
That looks pretty good. It is. So after all that, they did get the extra point.
So the Dan River Wildcats have opened up a 15-point lead on the Raiders at 27-12 with 6:52 left in the fourth quarter. We'll come back with the kickoff and see if the Raiders can get something going on your live TV game of the week on Shentel Cable right after this.
Welcome to RE/MAX Realty in Appomattox, Virginia. The time has never been better to purchase a home.
Good morning, RE/MAX Realty Connection. May I help you?
RE/MAX has a trained professional staff that can help you make your dream of owning a home come true. Look at this week's Home of the Week.
Concord Automotive Service Center is open and wants to help you with your general automotive needs. Since opening in June, we have made many new friends with our automotive service and help. We are located on Highway 460 West in Concord, Virginia, specializing in oil changes, tire rotation, air conditioning service, tire sales, and just about any general automotive need you may have. So please stop by and join the rest of our many friends who have learned that Concord Automotive Service Center is the place to stop for your automotive needs. Call us at area code 434-993-2777. That's 993-2777.
State Farm Insurance has been serving Appomattox and surrounding area for 42 years. Their expert service and advice is what their customers have come to depend upon. Located in the heart of Appomattox, owner Jim Ford knows that trust is something that doesn't come lightly. So for all of your home, auto, life insurance, and financial needs, see State Farm Insurance in Appomattox. Bring your current coverage and let State Farm see if they can beat your current rates. Call today.
I'm a real Shentel customer.
This is a real house.
This is a real nice town.
This is a real good video.
This is my real big wrench.
This is my real Shentel internet.
It's really fast.
Real Shentel remote. Real Shentel phone. My real Shentel bill.
It's real economical.
I'm really doing my homework. This is my real Shentel guy.
She's my real Shentel customer.
He's real nice.
Real value for real life from the one provider that calls this place home.
And welcome back to Bragg Stadium in Appomattox, everyone. The Denver Wildcats opened up a 27-12 lead over the Raiders with 6:52 left. And Doug, I tell you what, a return for a touchdown on the kickoff here would be what the doctor ordered for the Appomattox Raiders.
Well, yes, it would be, because momentum then would get back into Appomattox's ball side of the field and would help them, you know, and plus it would put points on the board of which they needed. The complexion of this game changed when the Raiders did not score when they had first and goal inside the 10.
Yes.
Right out the third quarter. From there on down, it's kind of been Dan Rivers' ball game.
It has been, absolutely. The block punt that Edmonds picked up and ran in for the touchdown. Good kick by Lewis.
Number 6 for the Raiders, Trey Walker will take it, bring it up the field. Finds a little running room, and he goes down about the 35-yard line. Nice field position, but not that kickoff return you requested.
No, but the Raiders have got to score pretty quick, Doug, because, I mean, it's only 6:45 left in the game.
Yes, you're correct. You are correct.
Durant making the stop. Dan River. First and 10 Raiders. They will start on the Raiders' 35-yard line.
So the Raiders now will see what they do. They have Henderson on to the far side of the field. To the near side, Devon Graves. So that, but I tell you what, that Dan River front four, they're going to pin ears back. They're coming. Nice little swing pass. That's incomplete. It was a forward pass, so it's incomplete.
Second and 10.
And Edwards has got to get the ball up and throw it a little bit better than that if he's going to try to hit a little bit. Second down and 10. That ball was low. The running back, Kelso, had no chance to catch it.
Well, on the hop.
Yeah.
He might have got it on the hop. That's it.
But
although I think it hopped twice before it got over there.
You can't, you know, you might get away with it in baseball, but you're not get away with it in football.
That don't work out too good, does it, Doug?
No. By the way, who you got in the World Series, being it's one game apiece?
You know, this is the toughest World Series to pick of any of I've seen in a long time.
And Edwards is taken down after about a 2-yard pickup, so it'll be second down about 8.
You know, Doug, I think I'm going to go with the Giants because they're going back home. But if it gets back to Kansas City, the first game the Giants won, I was thinking, okay, you know, Kansas City gets down. They hadn't lost a playoff game. They had won 8 or 9 in a row, and then they lose. But then Kansas City just bounced right back the very next night
Kansas City has been a surprise because obviously it surprised your guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Well, they've done everything they needed to do to win games.
But how about that pick of mine with Kansas City back there a few months ago?
That was a good pick. That was a good pick.
And we're going to have got to delay a game against Appomattox.
But Doug, do you know? And I know this is not going to be exact, but I heard them say the other night that the double that one of the Kansas City Royals hit that scored a run was the first run they had scored off of a hit in 2 playoff games.
Hadn't heard that. Because I've only seen it sparingly.
Well,
as I said, I've been up and down the road.
The last game they beat Baltimore, they scored 2 runs on a ball that was thrown to the catcher, and he dropped on it when the guy slid home.
3rd down and 13. Ball thrown down the sideline. And it goes incomplete. They're trying to hit number 8. That is Marquise Morgan. I think it hit his hand, but he couldn't hang on to it.
And the Raiders are probably going to have to go for it.
I don't see any reason. I can't.
Although they've got the kicking team going out now.
Well, one of those strange tiebreaker procedures is point differential, so you don't really want somebody to pile some points up on you. So,
well, that's why.
But I really don't think Dan River thinks that Appomattox is going to punt the football either, because see they got nobody back deep. Ball is snapped low. We got a kick.
Good kick.
Ball's going to come down, and it's going to bounce, so a favorable Raider bounce, but it's going to leave Dan River with the football at the Raider at their own 27-yard line
with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game. So we'll come back. The Raiders want to put on a stiff defensive stand here if they want to stop Dan River and try to get back in this game. We'll see if they can do it. We come back with more of your live TV Game of the Week on Shentel Cable right after this.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
New shoes?
Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakes again, and Seedline Automotive in Appomattox is here to serve you. Whether it's a like-new pre-owned vehicle or their service department with their great certified technicians, Seedline does the job right. And don't forget, Seedline has guaranteed credit. Seedline, located on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farmville. You owe it to yourself to try Seedline.
Visit us online.
All right, we're back, and the Dan River Wildcats line it up, and I'm sure they're going to keep it on the ground.
And they're going to give it off to number 7. That's Q Stevens. Stevens runs the football. Going to pick up a good yardage, still battling.
Fumble, Doug.
Ball comes
but
out.
I think Dan River got it. Now, the Raiders said they got it. And the official says the Raiders do have it.
They said the Raiders have got it. So fighting for that extra yardage, the ball popped loose, and that was a big thing for the Raiders right there. Now the Raiders are going to have good field position at the Dan River 39-yard line.
Yeah, Marquise Snow, number 73 for Dan River, Doug, was right there. I thought he had grabbed it, but the Raiders wrestled it away from him.
Well, they must not have wrestled quite hard enough. So the Raiders now need to strike quick.
Well, they're in business at their own 38-yard line with 5:07 left on the clock.
And we're going to have motion over here. Well, number 34, nobody apparently blocked. Quintez Terry because Quantez just came through like he was untouched.
Well, Kelso tried to block him, but he just went right over the top, and I can't believe Edwards could not see him coming, Doug.
Well, that's about a 7-8 yard loss right there. We got timeout, Dan River. So while Dan River takes the timeout to talk about what's going on, we'll take a little break on the Alive TV Game of the Week. Right now, Dan River 27, APPOMATTOX 12, 4:44 to go. We'll be back.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip. November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia.
All right, we're back, folks. A great play that time by Dan River, number 34.
Quantez Terry.
Yeah, went right up over top of Kelso with the block. Took Edwards down for a big loss.
Pass downfield, in and out of the hands of Graves.
Graves is hurt on the sidelines, Doug, but I tell you what, it was right in his hands, too.
And he's grabbing his lower leg, so we'll have to check him out.
3rd and 17.
Well, it looked like the defender for Dan River fell right on his leg when they went out of bounds. All that weight coming down on there.
So 4:38 to go, 3rd down, and well, still looking at about 17 yards for a first down.
So you're looking at 2 downs to get a first down. Is what you're looking at.
Oh yeah, well there's no question you got 2 downs to get it. And unfortunately, the Raiders may have to take a timeout to get this thing settled. Looking downfield, ball is thrown.
Intercepted,
and
Doug.
Hangs up, and it's going to be a second interception tonight for Devin Stone. Oh, actually, they say incomplete. The ball hit the ground.
They got a break right there.
They did. The ball must have went through the breadbasket.
And you know, the thing was, Edwards was not hit, and that was a lame duck throw.
That was just a wobbly throw.
Well,
that
the ball looked like it was almost going sideways.
So 4th down and 17 for the Raiders. 4:32 to go here in the contest. Ball spotted at the Dan River 46-yard line. The Raiders need to get down to about the 29.
I hate to say it, Doug, but you're looking for a miracle right here.
Sometimes miracles are answered.
They are. With the way the Raiders are playing right now, with the blocking and with Edwards throwing, if I was a betting man, I definitely wouldn't bet that they get it.
Now, I think the Raiders are going to take a timeout.
Yeah,
Coach Smith does say take a timeout. We're going to talk about this one. So 4:32 to go. While the Raiders talk about it, take a listen to these fine sponsors on the Alive TV Game of the Week.
Help you make your dream of owning a home come true. Look at this week's Home of the Week.
Concord Automotive Service Center is open and wants to help you with your general automotive needs. Since opening in June, we have made many new friends with our automotive service and help. We are located on Highway 460 West in Concord, Virginia, specializing in oil changes, tire rotation, air conditioning service, tire sales, and just about any general automotive need you may have. So please stop by and join the rest of our many friends who have learned that Concord Automotive Service Center is the place to stop for your automotive needs. Call us at area code 434-993-2777. That's 993-2777.
State Farm Insurance has been serving Appomattox and surrounding area for 42 years. Their expert service and advice is what their customers have come to depend upon. Located in the heart of Appomattox, owner Jim Ford knows that trust is something that doesn't come lightly. So for all of your home, auto, life insurance, and financial needs, see State Farm Insurance in Appomattox. Bring your current coverage and let State Farm see if they can beat your current rates. Call today.
I'm a real Shentel customer.
This is a real house.
This is a real nice town.
This is a real good video.
This is my real big wrench.
This is my real Shentel internet.
It's really fast.
Real Shentel remote. Real Shentel phone. My real Shentel bill.
It's real economical.
I'm really doing my homework. This is my real Shentel guy.
She's my real Shentel customer.
He's real nice.
Real value for real life from the one provider that calls this place home.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Lakes got to put on a little one of gear here, Doug. Got gold up here.
I'll tell you what. If they've been just seeing you in here doing all you did during halftime, that little break right there, they'd have laughed themselves to death right now. Look at Edwards looking, still looking, throws downfield, overshoots the intended receiver, number 15, and that is DJ Smith.
And Doug, it's 4:25 left in this contest, but that very well could be the ball game.
Very well could be, because I'm sure Coach Edmonds has brought his troops over on his side and said, hang on to the football.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I'm sure they are.
And he probably didn't say it that nice.
No. And Doug, you know,
and he's a big man, so when he's looking down at you, telling you that.
Yeah, and Doug, you know, a lot of this goes back to what we talked about. The first drive the Raiders had after halftime, they got it in just inside the 10-yard line, first and goal, and were not able to capitalize.
Well, if the Raiders get that and the extra point, they go up 19-6. Different complexion of the ball game.
Absolutely. That's Stevens again.
Stevens once again runs up the middle.
You know, we talk about Edmonds and how good he is, which he is, but Stevens has been the workhorse tonight.
Stevens has been the workhorse, and you really want to know, how much Edmonds is going to be used. After all, he has committed to Virginia Tech. He's on scholarship. Obviously, you don't want to hurt him. I mean, because his stock and value could go down.
That's right.
So you just wonder how much now they use him when they get in spots.
Yeah, they do.
And he's a good guy to have around.
And you know he's on the basketball team over there too. So
you know, and I've heard that Tech Doodley didn't want him to play basketball because they didn't want him to get hurt. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes, and because basketball season is just around the corner. But it's going to be the third down as the ball is in Raider territory now at about the 47-yard line. Look like number 7 again, Q Stevens on the carry. So it's going to bring up third down about 3.
And precious seconds coming off the clock at 3:19 and counting. And a lot of this Appomattox crowd, which was a good crowd tonight, Doug.
It was a good crowd here tonight.
Left the stadium.
It was AYS night tonight. They recognized the Youth League football sport team here in Appomattox.
Pretty neat to watch the little future Raider and future Raider cheerleaders going up and down the field.
Ball number 5 being handed off, Jaquan Durant, and he's going to get.
Not going to get the first down.
No, he's going to be shy of the 45-yard line.
Hello everyone, Jimmy the Lakes here. And are you tired of paying too much for a new vehicle? Well, if so, Cedarline Automotive and APPOMATTOX is your next stop. Cedarline has a large selection of vehicles to choose from. Great, pre-owned, like-new vehicles that can fit your budget. And it doesn't get any better than saving thousands of dollars on that vehicle rather than buying a brand new one. So stop by Cedarline Automotive to get the rural treatment. You will not be disappointed. And don't forget about Cedarline and their certified mechanics to make sure that your ride or your current ride is in tip-top shape. Cedarline Automotive on Highway 460 West, just 20 minutes from Lynchburg and 25 minutes from Farm.
Visit us online.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Scott and Wilson Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
And a couple.
And so, Coach Edmonds, Riverboat Gambler, is he going to go ahead and punt it?
He might just punt this one and make the Raiders have to go a long way.
Well, he has not brought the punt team in yet.
Well, we haven't seen the punter tonight. They did bring the punter out and fake the punt and got a key first down on a fake punt.
All right, they got the punt team out there now, Doug.
And I'm not real sure. This one will not be a fake, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
They snapped it to number 13, Zamar Anderson, last time.
I don't know. You never know, Doug.
And Anderson took it in. Well, right now.
They're going to call a timeout. They're really confused out there. They only had about 4 people on the line of scrimmage.
Well, they didn't have about 7 or 8 people on the field. So 2:14 to go here at the Bragg Stadium tonight. And next week, Lakester, we're going to be back at our home away from home.
At City Stadium.
We will be back at
Halloween night.
Ooh. You wearing your mask?
Goblins and ghoulies and all kinds of stuff.
Plus, don't forget, there'll be a few pioneers.
There'll be some pioneers now.
There'll be some pioneers and there'll be some bees.
There's some bees there too. But they won't have masks on. All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back.
Cavalier Tours on an affordable short trip. November 14th through the 16th, Tennessee Mountain Christmas. November 22nd and 23rd, Christmas in Colonial Williamsburg and Virginia Beach. December 4th through the 7th, Christmas in New York City. December 13th and 14th, Christmas in Old Town Alexandria and Washington, D.C. For all your family vacation needs, contact Cavalier Tours.
Hometown Pharmacy in Appomattox is a friendly, professional neighborhood pharmacy, providing a great alternative to the typical chain or grocery drugstore experience. We pride ourselves in being a neighborhood pharmacy that's dedicated to the total health of our customers. We offer a large variety of your healthcare needs. We also have a copy center for your digital camera prints, as well as greeting cards and some great gift ideas. When you call or stop by, you get to speak with one of our friendly employees that will provide you with personalized service. Come on in, we'll make you feel at home.
Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox is a full-service, family-owned funeral home. We've been located in the Central Virginia area since 1947 to serve you. We stand ready to assist you in arranging a personalized and meaningful funeral or cremation service to memorialize your loved one, or we can help you with your pre-arrangement plans. When you need a friend, we are here for you. Robinson Funeral Home in Appomattox, Virginia.
Welcome back, everyone. Damn, Riverboat look like they're going to go for it.
Well, they brought the quarterback back out with Reynolds and a couple of those running backs, and so they may be just going. They may try. Well, they're actually going to hand it off, and
I don't think
not going to make it. Going down is Reynolds, not Reynolds, but number 7, Stevens.
And the Raiders are going to get the ball with 2:08 left. They're down by 15 points.
Well, it's a strong way to go. But the Raiders now try to get some points on the board, get it on there quick. Plus, they're working at what they're going to do next week. They got Nelson County next week on the road.
Well, you know, Doug, I'm not so sure I wouldn't just do a fly pattern right down the field. Just throw it up for grabs to Buster Henderson and see if he can come down with it.
Well, one of the gentlemen that's been one of their primary receivers caught the last touchdown pass. He's on the bench with an injured ankle. This ball is handed up to Kelso over the right side. We'll get it into.
The Raiders go take a timeout to stop the clock.
We'll get it into territory.
They have 2 left.
No, actually they have 1 left.
Oh, they got 1 left now. Okay, you're right.
They have 1 left. So 1:56 to go. And Lakesville, while we got a quick break here.
Oh, yeah, the Booster Club.
Couple of things from the Booster Club. First of all, November the 1st, they've got pro wrestling here at Appomattox. 8 o'clock bell time, doors open at 6. And once again, this is Athletic Boosters sponsoring it. It's being billed as Beast Retirement Match.
How about that?
So come on out and you can call this, let's see where, I thought there was a number there, but go to bwfprowrestling.com for more information. And they also
that's for the Booster Club.
That's for the Booster Club now. All proceeds will go to the Booster Club. On Saturday, November the 8th, the following Saturday night, Bluegrass Concert Series in Appomattox, Dr. Ralph Stanley's farewell tour. And, of course, Dr. Ralph is retiring the end of the year. Dr. Ralph and the Clinch Mountain Boys, Ralph Stanley II, and the Dixie Ridge group will be there. Advance tickets $25, at the door $30. And you can contact 434-660-7101 for more information, or AppomattoxBluegrass.com.
All right, here comes the Raiders, Doug. 2nd and 3.
Edwards spins out. Well, no, he doesn't spin out. He gets sacked, and he's down. He's down. And they blew the flag. And number 13, that's Zamar Anderson. He is a little slow getting that for Dan River.
Well, Doug, you know, you got Edwards. He's a senior. You've got to know to get rid of that ball. You just can't hold on to it and take a sack like that. You just lost 8 yards.
And I understand he is wanting to make a play because, you know, you need to make a play pretty quick. But the main problem is there, you lose yardage now. You're looking at 3rd and 11 instead of 3rd down and 2 or 3.
Exactly.
And 3rd down, 2 or 3 is more manageable.
Much more manageable. You're exactly right.
So you would expect your senior to know just a little bit about that.
You would think so.
So 1:39 to go. Looks like Dan River's going to visit Appomattox and walk away with another win. I think they won here a couple years ago when they were here. And so they're going to walk away now with another win this year. Going to put themselves in pretty good position in the playoff hunt. The Raiders now have to regroup. And I'm not exactly sure who Dan River visits next week. I'm sure, well, they won't visit. They'll be hosting someone next Friday night.
Well, Appomattox is going to be 4-4 when this is over with. Dan River's going to be 6-2. You got Nelson next week over at Nelson. You can't take them for granted, but they should win that game. Then you got a pretty good Chatham team coming in here.
Chatham is very athletic, and Chatham is at the playoffs, so they could be fighting for their playoff life at night.
That will be a big game for the Appomattox Raiders and for Chatham, for the Cavaliers.
Ball faked handoff, looking over the middle. Nice throw and catch that time. Nice catch that time, Buster Henderson.
And they'll pick up the first down. That
will be a first down, break the 43-yard line. The Raiders now hustling to the line of scrimmage.
And as you said, with the point differential, Doug, if the Raiders could just score here, it would help as far as tiebreaker goes.
We're going to clock the football, so to bring up 2nd down and 10 with 1:26 to go. So now the Raiders trying to hurry up, try to get something going. And I remember at one time, the Raiders used to run their hurry-up style of offense.
They did.
And sometimes just running that once in a while as a change of pace, it can wear the other team out a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
2nd and 10.
So Henderson, the main receiver, we got 2 wide outs to the left and 2 to the right. Over the middle, once again, Henderson. He's going to get hit and taken down. Number 2, that's Edmonds. Makes a nice stop, but after about a 10 or 12-yard pickup, the Raiders are going to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and Edmonds hit him pretty good, but Buster Henderson, you got to hit him pretty harder than that. That dude's tough.
And they're going to clock the football once again. So 1 and 13 seconds left to go. The Raiders have 2nd and 10 at the Dan River 30-yard line. At some point, you're going to quit throwing it just 10, 12 yards down the field, and you're going to try to bust one for the big number here in a minute.
Well, that's really what you got to do. And then you got to try to get an onside kick, and then you got to hit another big one.
But in the meantime, you got to score two-point conversions.
Well,
or at least one anyway.
You're only down by 15, so.
All snap. This time the handoff. This is Smith around the right side. He's going to get down to about the 24-yard line. Nice run. Raiders going to take their final timeout of the night.
And Doug, you go back to that partially blocked punt that went right in the hands of Edmonds, and he ran in for a touchdown. The Raiders would have been better off if they had blocked the punt and it went straight down.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That was probably the momentum breaker, but I still say Dan River got a lot of momentum when they held the Raiders first and goal. They didn't get the field goal. Then they came down, blocked the punt because they went for fourth down. A lot of things that time, but everything built up to Dan River getting a lot of momentum. And then, of course, the pass interception, they went for pick six a little while ago.
Yeah.
That was probably the backbreaker.
And that was a very poorly thrown ball. But the Raiders have played good. In the first half, the Raiders hung right with Dan River and probably outplayed the Wildcats.
Well, they did. Well, obviously they did because they took a 12-6 halftime lead in. The Raiders have not put any points up this second half.
But Doug, you were out down the field getting your recognition for the state championship and everything. And what I said up here was the final score of this game would not be 12-6. And
You're
it's
exactly
not.
right. Well, the Raiders knew they had to score points in the second half. You knew Dan River was. Ball thrown downfield. In and out of the hands of Smith in the end zone.
Wow.
That was a nice throw that time, and that ball was in Smith's hands. He should have caught that football.
And Doug, what you said earlier about Edwards rolling out and throwing it, as you look right there, it gives him much more time to see the field.
Well, he was still under a little duress that time, but that's a pass right there. You can't blame Edwards for that one. Has he thrown some poor passes tonight? Yes. That was not one of them. That was a good pass. That ball should have been caught. And, these guys may tap themselves on the shoulder pads and say, that's my bad. Yes, that was his bad. He should have caught that pass.
All right, basically 58 seconds left in our contest.
Ball pass over the sideline, in and out of the hands.
Marquise Megginson make the play.
Megginson it was thrown towards the back shoulder, and that's going to be turnover on downs with 53 seconds to go. That pass actually hit Megginson on the back shoulder, but I think he was looking for it a little more up the field.
And Doug, of all the games we've done this year, what's the closest game that we've done, point-wise?
Probably this one.
No. Last week at City Stadium, when Heritage beat Glass 21-14.
That was
a 7-point differential.
Game.
That's been our closest. And, in years past, we've had tons of close games.
Yes, we had. We've been fortunate to be able to pull some close games.
We have.
And next Friday night could be a nice close game.
Could be a real good game next Friday night. Heritage
I'm not real sure about today. It might be a high scoring.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. If you're ever going to see City Stadium get pretty full, next Friday night it's going to get pretty full.
Well, it could be. Heritage against Brookville next Friday night. We're looking forward to that game. Can't wait till next Friday night, really, Langston.
Yeah, let's just play it tomorrow.
Because Brookville is actually off this week, so they got a whole 2 weeks to plan for this game.
They probably like to play it tomorrow after Heritage playing tonight.
Now, Heritage got a tough one tonight with Liberty. That'll be interesting to see what the score to that game is.
Over at Liberty, too.
They are at Liberty. Yes, they are.
I actually picked Liberty to win that game.
Well, I took Heritage to win that game, so we'll find out. I missed this one. I took my Raiders tonight, and this one had looked good for a while.
As I said, my heart was with the Raiders, but I had to pick the Wildcats. And,
well, that's the ball game, folks. Dan River Wildcats 27, the Appomattox Raiders 12. I tell you what, Appomattox, good first half, went in the lead 12-6, but nothing the second half. Dan River made some adjustments, shut the Raiders down. So we'll just see what the Raiders can do next week.
And the thing is, Doug, the Raiders, the players and the coaching staff have got to be disappointed after having the lead at halftime and getting the ball and driving it down the field and having it inside the 10-yard line, first and goal.
You are so correct.
And then, of course, not getting it in the end zone. Well, folks, that's going to do it from Bragg Stadium in Appomattox for your live TV game of the week on Shentel Cable. The final score, the Dan River Wildcats 27, and the Appomattox Raiders 12. We'll see you next week at City Stadium on Halloween night as the Bees take on the Heritage Pioneers in Seminole District action. For Jimmy the Lakes,
and Doug the Dandy One Marshall,
we'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody.